Good Thursday night, world, and welcome to another episode of Lab Talk with the Dog God, aka the Coach, aka the Elon Musk of high performance working dogs. That is me, and big salute to my brother Reddy with that pole position. And big salute to my brother Cooper. Cooper with that second place. And big salute to my brother Bill. Blue Line Terriers with that third place. Salute to all my brothers that hit that pole position. That top 1, 2, 3. You know what? In life, for you to be a top tier individual in life, y'all, okay? As long as you hit the podium, first, second, or third, that's top tier. Father, Son, Holy Ghost, top tier. 1, 2, 3, top tier. Pyramid, the triangle, top tier. So just understand that, even though you might not get first every time, you know what I'm saying? If you on that podium in life, 1, 2, 3, you top tier. You feel me? Worldwide top tier. Podium. So big salute to all my podium individuals on the planet. Working man's masters, big salute to you, my brother. Yeah, man. Shoot. Salute to everyone who's going to be coming in to the classroom. But definitely want to give a shout out and big salute to all y'all that hit that pole position, man. Much love and respect to all of you. And, before we get to cooking, before I get to tell you about my week, man, get your herbal sensations ready to go, man. Come on, y'all. It's been a hard week, a lot of work. A lot of a heavy cross that we got to carry, our own cross that we got to carry. Everybody on the planet got to carry their own cross like the Christ Jesus, right? Jesus said, whoever want to come after me, pick up your cross. He didn't say pick up his. He didn't say pick up your girls or your kids or your mamas, your fathers, your cousins, whoever, your friends. He said yours. Pick up your cross and follow. So, those of us who be carrying our own cross on our back and also, carrying others if you have to, right? Sometimes we got to carry others, but you can't forget yours, man. Get that herbal sensation now, man. Make sure you roll that thing up however you roll it up, paper planes, blunts, Swiss sweets, you know what I mean? Backwoods, whatever, however y'all partake in the herbal sensation, man, get that shit ready to go. If you like your brewskis, man, you like to crack your Heinekens, man, your Modelo's, you know what I'm saying? So your IPOs, all kind of different type of variants of hops. However you like to partake in your hops, man, get that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it's out the Frigidaire. Get your cold mugs out the freezer. And those of you like your shots, man, get your Hennessy out, get your tequila out. You know what I'm saying? Get your vodka out. You know what I'm saying? If you like to just sip on your shit, get your cognac out. You know what I mean? Get that shit ready to go. And if you like me, who like to keep it simple, you like your mixed drink, man, I got my vodka lemonade. That's right. Big salute to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Cheers to curbing the edge off the work week, man. Because the work and more work never stops with us. You know what I'm saying? The work never stops. So it's always good to be able to come to the classroom, relax your mind, get focused, talk about these dogs, us engineers, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to, we build, we're builders. So our mind has to think, you know what I'm saying? We can't be stressed out about life and shit because you're not going to be able to think when you're focusing on stress. So this helps curb it, okay? It's not a crutch, okay? These substances that we're talking about right now, it's just to curb it. Don't use it as a crutch, okay? I don't condone that. But right now, man, let's go ahead and curb the edge. Don't get drunk. Don't get too high that you don't pay attention. You don't comprehend to the classroom. But, just to calm the edge so that, you just, you're just more in tune with what we into right now, which is this classroom. So salute to y'all, man. I love y'all, man. Much love and respect, man, for showing up to the classroom. The only one like it. The only classroom like it on YouTube is right here, man. So big salute to y'all. Oh, man. Hey, 'tis the season, man. 'Tis the season, Bando. What's good to you, man? What's good, my brother, Bando? Uh-huh. Big salute to you, my brother. Man, 'tis the season, man. Fall is my favorite time of the year. I respect every season, right? Because that's life. The changes of life, the cycles of life. I respect it all, but fall is my favorite. Just the stillness, um, the leaving, right? What I mean by leaving, right? Leaving the past. Everything that was the season before falls off in fall as you look at nature, right? And I just love the energy, the spiritual energy of the season of fall. I love it a lot. And man, I'm just, it's just my favorite time. And everything that was of last year, good, bad, or indifferent, we gotta move like the seasons. At least I do. I don't hold on to things of the past. It just doesn't make any sense in my life. And so when I follow nature, and nature's law is God's law, it's not man's law. Nature's law is God's law. And when I follow God's consistent law, everything that I was, my burdens, my hate, my pain, my love, I mean, my happiness, joy, pain, gotta let that shit go, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta hit that reset button, right? Because wintertime, that shit is dead in the wintertime, right? Wintertime dies off. You know what I'm saying? Then we hit the springtime, we anew. We born again, man. So big salute to the fall season. I love it. It's been a great, you know, this has been a great September, I would say, because I'm in tune with what's going on. I'm in tune with the change. So big salute to the fall season. Man, this week, as I always go through my week, um, solid week this week. My dogs have been agitated at night. It's been probably like 3 weeks. And AK, who's never really been a type that, you know, aggravated me at night, because I have AK and I have a couple dogs that's closer to my house. So AK is one of them. And but he's been very agitated. And thank God one time when he was agitating me to the point where I was frustrated and I went out there, right? It's because I was just pissed. Like, dude, what the fuck, nigga? Why are you acting like this? And then I found a fucking rattlesnake right there. So I was like, thank God I did that time. You know what I mean? But this week, um, my dogs was acting kind of foolish. And what I mean by that, they was just, doing a little barking at night. And it was like it's a different frequency bark. It's not no at the top of your lungs bark. It's almost like a like 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 who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Right? Like if I could translate what a bark is, that's the type of bark it was. You know what I'm saying? The frequency was like a what's that? Who's that? What's that? What's that? Who's that? Right? So then I'm like, what the fuck? Now, of course, I know I live out here where there's all kind of shit, bobcats, mountain lions, bears, you know. I haven't seen a wolf out here, but California do got wolves and shit. I ain't seen one out this way. All kind of predators be out this motherfucker. Foxes, all kind of shit, especially at night. You already know they out. So, I was frustrated. This was like 2 days ago. I was kind of frustrated. Like, nigga, what the fuck, right? You know what I'm saying? The fuck you doing? This AK, right? And of course, there's the other ones that are doing it too. Who's that? Who's that? What's that? Who's that? Who's that? And so I'm like, what? And then I'm like listening to like my trash cans. I'm hearing like my trash cans moving up in the front of my house, right? I'm like, what the? I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the hell who's moving my trash cans? Right? I don't think it's like, there's one of the dogs out? No, it can't be. Man, I go outside, y'all. I go to my front. I go outside my flashlight. I flash the flashlight with my trash can. A big ass black bear in my fucking trash can. As soon as that motherfucker saw me, he jetted. As soon as he saw me with the flashlight flash on him, he stood up and ran. I tell my wife, like, oh shit, there's a fucking bear in our fucking. There's a damn bear. That's the first time I've seen a bear out here. I know they're out here. That's the first time I actually seen one. So now I'm like, Oh, I get it. I get why my dogs is acting has been doing that for like 3 weeks. There's been a black bear been roaming my property. And of course, I'm not gonna go out there at night. I'm like, motherfucker, just please shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all. But I know it's for a reason. They don't do it unless it's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But this time I actually got a chance to see one. That's my first black bear I seen on my property. And that motherfucker was going through my trash. Now, luckily for me, you know what I'm saying? Me and my wife, it's just me and my wife here. So, I only take out the trash, as far as any type of trash I got. It's probably like one bag, maybe a couple little, shit here or there. But my trash can is never full unless it's for a reason that I have like extra stuff that I'm packing in there. I might have bought some items and shit from Amazon or whatever, and I had to load my trash can up. But as far as food, right when trash day comes, our trash normally lasts us that week. So right when trash day come, I'm taking the trash out the house, boom, throwing it in the trash. So there was really nothing in there. But bruh, that was the first time I seen a bear, and it was a big ass black bear. That motherfucker stood up when he saw me. I came out, flashlight, motherfucker stood up, he saw me. Pew! He didn't wait around. That motherfucker know he probably been shot at already. You know what I'm saying? So he probably already he wasn't gonna wait for me to, draw on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that bear. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that bear. Because I definitely was startled. I ain't gonna front, y'all. I was startled when I seen that big motherfucker stand up. Like, what the fuck? I said that. As soon as I said that, motherfucker. And if y'all know about bears, which y'all probably don't, unless y'all seen them bears run fast. Them bears ain't slow, motherfucker. Them bears is fast as a motherfucker. That motherfucker hit his Carl Lewis, man. That boy hit his what's that? Usain Bolt. And I was like, damn, what? And I, of course, I tell my wife out there, where? I'm like, girl, you better, you better stay your ass right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about some where, man. So anyway, that gave me a little bit of peace of mind as far as like why AK was been pissing me off. And not even, it's not just him, it's the other ones too, because they all know it. And with dogs, their sense of smell, they're hearing, they hear that motherfucker probably walking in the shit, big ass bear fucking walking and rumbling through the bushes and shit. And they know deer. They've been living here for their whole life, right? My dogs. So they understand what they know, the sounds of what they know, the smells. So they know what not to really get aroused from and what to get aroused from. But they definitely was aroused for about 3 weeks. And now I know why. Now I know why. It's been a goddamn black bear roaming my property. And that motherfucker was in my trash can, that bastard. You know what I'm saying? So, wow. You know what I'm saying? Wow. What a week. Thank God, I wasn't dealing with no mama bear, right? Got her cubs with her and want to, feel defensive because I fucking, interrupted her food hunt in my trash can. You know what I'm saying? Where she got to play defense on my ass. Thank God it wasn't her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was. I just know it was a big ass bear. That motherfucker he sure did stand up though. He sure did stand up when I scared him. But he said, fuck that shit. He put on his track shoes. So thank God for that. But anyway, other than that, dogs are doing great, doing good. And God is good, man. And one thing that y'all should know about me, some of y'all might already know it, but I have a treaty with the animals. I'm a city boy, man. This is my first time ever living in the country. And I'm a dude that didn't even like going camping type shit. You know what I'm saying? But for my vision for the dogs, I decided to go out here to the country so I can do the dogs the way I want to. And because I respect the Most High, I respect life, I respect death. The pluses and the minuses, I respect it all. And knowing that I live in a country where animals live, I just made sure I made a treaty with the animals. I got guns, and some of y'all might be hunters, and nothing against you guys who like to hunt. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But I have a respect for God's creations and animals and people. And so I made a treaty, even with the bugs. Like, as long as you ain't in my house, that's one. As long as you ain't fucking with my dogs, you got to pass. Even the snakes. I even gave the snakes passes. And, you know what I mean? I just killed 2 of them this year, though. But normally I give them a pass because they're not near my dogs. I mean, that's how I am with nature. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. You know, there's no need for me to step on a bug just because. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers in my house, you know what I mean? I mean, hey, you shouldn't be in my house, bro. Or if I see you see me, you better fucking get to stepping. Shout out to the spiders because they know better. The spiders see your ass. And I got some fast ass spiders too. Motherfucker, you ain't catching their ass. They see you, they out of here. So salute to the spiders on that one. But I have a treaty with all the animals on my property. So I'm just grateful that I didn't have to go and, you know, pull out that shotgun on that bear. You know what I'm saying? And then with California, see, California is so finicky and California is horrible when it comes to their laws. Okay? California is trash. They care more about the fucking environment and animals than they care about people to be 1,000. But I mean, that's neither here or there. But you can't even shoot that damn bear out here, man. They tell you all this, tell it shoot. You can't even shoot the bear. Like, how can I can't shoot the bear? You know, like that's the stupid shit that goes on out here in California, man. So I'm just grateful that I wasn't forced to have to shoot them and then chop them up and then feed them to the dogs. You know what I'm saying? So God is good for that, man. But anyway, that was my week. Yeah, that was my week, man. So solid week this week, I would say. And I'm grateful for that. A solid week, man. So anyway, I'm going to, yeah, I'm sure you could do that in Texas. Man, that's a lot of people that lived in California, like my parents and my brother. A lot of people that I know moved to Texas because California is backwards, man. It's a backwards ass state, straight up and down. You know, when you got too much money, all right, with California, when you a state with too much money, you get bored. Your state is bored. So then they start making up shit and start charging shit and start making laws that don't make no fucking sense. That's California. Okay. Cause there's, you know, it's so much money in California that they bored. You know what I'm saying? So they start trying to dictate people's lives and start dictating shit that don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like make animals more important than, you know, your life and shit damn near. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. If I killed that bear and they found out, I probably had to go to court and explain myself. Like, are you sure the bear was a threat? Are you sure? You know what I mean? So anyway, that's neither here or there. But let's get to this topic tonight. Big salute to you, show enough. Man, we gonna cook tonight, man. This is gonna be a great topic, man. A great topic. I mean, like all of our topics in this classroom, it's always something that we can learn, and that's definitely what I provide here. You know what I'm saying? I provide a platform where us dog men and dog women who are thinkers can come and learn, man. You know, entertainment is not over here, brother. But you know, y'all who want to learn and elevate, you know what I'm saying? Progress. That's what we do over here. Top tier dogman engineers. So I'm gonna drop that link. Whoever's qualified, come on up to the panel, and we're gonna discuss this thing in depth. That's right, like we always do. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys, if you haven't, you know what I'm saying, go back, man. Go back to the old ones, man. The old lives that we did, old classroom, and man, so many good ones, man. So much good game. You know what I'm saying? So much. Make sure y'all go and just put your headphones on, man. That's how I designed this classroom where you ain't no watching, it's just listening, man. Make sure y'all have an ear to hear and listen, man. Listen, pay attention to what you're listening to. You know what I mean? Listen to it a few different times because you always get something every time you listen to it. You know, you'll get something that you might have missed. And she's like, oh, thanks, coach. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn, I was thinking about that. Thanks, coach. Cool. That's what it is. Inquisitive Dejana. Big salute to you, my brother. Yeah, man. But make sure you go back in time and pay attention and listen.
Coach, what's up, man? What's
What?
up, chat?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, God is good. How you feeling, brother?
Feel the best now, man.
Okay,
Feel better than ever now.
you done shook the virus.
Yeah. I heard a couple of other people around had got it too.
Some of the people that you knew in your neighborhood, or just what?
Yeah, I was hearing about it. people was talking about it.
A question outside of that. So, and you said you from Queens, right?
Yeah,
And so is the Dominican and Puerto Rican community deep in Queens, or are they in Brooklyn?
they're
Where?
everywhere.
Okay, okay. Because I remember when I used to live in Maryland and Baltimore, right? We had like a few Dominicans that went to my school when I was out there. It was like a few, it wasn't that many, but it still was a few. But that was the only time that I even heard about Dominican, because I thought they was black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I thought. They was black, and then they was speaking Spanish. I'm like, what? How the fuck? Oh, I'm Dominican. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, damn it, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got a lot of Indians moving over here now.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn it, man. I wouldn't think the Indians would be out there. I thought that, I mean, a lot of, the black Hispanic. Big salute to you, Tony, Tony, Tony.
it's basically every race, but it's a lot of them coming in.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
buying up them properties.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I will give. I'm gonna give a shout out to my Indian brothers, right? And also my Asian brothers. Man, I mean, one thing about them, their culture, they really stick together, and they really about their business, man. And
Oh yeah,
they come to America to really, really succeed and really take advantage of the American dream. So big salute to all my Indian brothers and all my Asian brothers, because I mean, damn it, they really, they family dynamic is really strong, and I wish that was our fate. But you already know how we came. We came broken over here on slave ships, our ancestors. So
Mm,
it's kind of hard to have that family dynamic when your family was broke up before you got to
right,
it. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I can give our culture a pass just for that, but at the end of the day, you know, I can't give it a pass now because of what our ancestors did for us to have the freedom to be in a position of power today, right?
True, true.
So that, it's all about the generational curses, and us as men, I mean, you should understand as a man, your job is to break your father's forefathers fathers generational curse. That's your job as a man. You have to
Facts,
figure that out as a man, but that's our job to break the curses. We're not supposed to be living in the same curse as our forefathers. That don't make no fucking sense.
facts.
You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, man. But I'm glad you're feeling better. Ready? Much love
Yeah.
and for that, man. God is
Good
good.
looks, man.
Yeah, 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 man. Let me put this topic on the ticker, man, because this is something that we can keep digging into. Like we can like we can dig so deep into this topic and get so many different answers to it. I think it's definitely something that's necessary for us to talk about right now. You know what I mean? So let me put this topic on the ticker, you guys, so y'all can see it. So the topic tonight in this classroom is going to be: how much work and sacrifice are you willing to put into your high performance working dog program? Now, I always stress to you guys high performance working dog, because that's the level that we're playing on. This is our level. Okay. We pioneered the high performance working dog lane over here in this classroom. We pioneered this shit. Nobody was talking like this when it comes to the highest level of performance working dogs but us. Okay. But being that, and with that being said, all right, I mean, it's a high level, and the work that is required is of the utmost. Does that make sense? Ready?
Yep.
I know y'all agree with me, chat. The sacrifice that is required is of the utmost, right? So, what the topic tonight is like, how much of that work are you willing to put in? How much of that sacrifice are you willing to give for you to have a high performance working dog program? Not only just have it, but then also succeed at it.
Word.
Because
That
half of it is,
upkeep.
go ahead, ready? Go ahead.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm saying that upkeep.
Hmm.
Shit.
I mean, it's a all of the above when we talking about this. It's an all encompassing. It's a lot of moving parts to having a program when you have a level that we're trying to achieve, which is high
Right.
performance. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's the standard is damn near, like I said, Tom Cruise Mission Impossible. The standard is damn near Tom Cruise Mission Impossible. But perfection is something that we should be striving for, even though we know damn well we're not going to achieve it. Okay. We know damn well there's nothing perfect but the Most High God. And God made man in this world and put him in the world of imperfection. Okay. For us to learn how to strive to be perfect. So with our program and us dealing with dogs and our standards so high, we're striving to reach that goal because that's what we want. But in the reality, because of us trial and error and in the lab cooking and trying and experiment, we know we fall short damn near every time. I know I do. So based off this topic, Reddy, I mean, how would you, how would you define work and sacrifice? If you were at the point right now where you had your land, you know what I'm saying? You had your money, your mind, everything was in the right, ready.
Yeah.
You was ready to do what you plan to do for your program. Like, what would be your definition of the work that you would have to put in to get to have a program of that caliber, a high performance program? Like, what type of work would you feel like you would have to put in for that?
Shit. First, I gotta do all my research on them dogs that I'm gonna be using for my program.
Okay, so I need you to elaborate on that, because one thing that I know about you, Reddy, is that you know your dogs, you do your research, you do your study. Like, what would that entail for you, the work? Because we want to define the work. You see what I'm saying? So people understand. I mean, we're saying work, right? But I would like you to kind of elaborate so we can define what that means.
Shit. So basically, I gotta do all my studies on the specific dog breeds. Like, if I'm gonna do the herders, I'm
Right.
gonna I'm gonna get my certain genetics of the American Pit Bull Terriers.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my genetics for different Malinois, different Dutch Shepherds of the highest quality. Cause I'm gonna be spending like the ball of money to get the genetics.
Right. Right. Okay. So you talking about genetics, and if let's say if for the example if it's a bull herder, so hold on,
I
Reddy.
don't want to use regular males and regular pit bulls.
Okay. So what would be your, because
I might
that's
have to go overseas and shit like you did
right, right,
and call up the different breeders over there and get like a graph. Get a graph on the successful litters
yeah,
and which pups out those litters were the most successful of the highest out the litter.
right,
And then I gotta choose from those pups how many of those I'm gonna grab, how many of the American pit bulls I'm gonna grab. I might have to go to Belgium to get the Malinois, you know what I'm saying? Go over there. I don't know if they do the phone shit. I don't know that language. So I might
right,
have to travel over there. All that shit take a lot of money
and a lot of work.
and a lot of work. Cause I still gotta I gotta book those flights to transport the dogs back too. Damn. Then shit. Then it might not just be American pit bulls I wanna put in there. It might be bull terriers, different types of bull terriers. I might want to put the Patterdale in there,
Oh,
the Yak Terrier. to the male. All those different breeds. So I might
Right,
have to go to all those different countries that supply the highest quality genetics for those different breeds.
right.
Cause everybody got different stuff.
Now let me ask you this. Ready? Okay, in chat, I know y'all paying attention, so I know y'all
You
paying.
know they got XXL Patterdales,
They got what?
X double XL Patterdale Terriers.
Nah, I ain't never heard of that. Hold on, did you share that? Did you share that in the group?
Yeah, I think I did one time.
Oh man, I'm over there slipping. Ready? You already know what you gotta do for me, bro. Did you share it with me?
I think so a while back, a while back.
Okay, you already know what you gotta do for me. Please share that again with me.
Because I
So
had the dude, he had made the Patterdale and the Presser mix.
okay.
Yeah.
So then how is it? How did he have an XXL Patterdale?
He used the biggest dogs in the litter to make that joint.
Wow. Hey, chat. Have y'all ever heard of an a double XL
Yeah.
Patterdale? Chat. Have y'all ever
This
heard of?
dude's in Russia that's doing it though.
Yeah. Okay, so I do remember that, but I didn't know that. I thought that he was just making his own.
He got mad breeds he made though.
Wow, I do remember that. Yes, you did share that with me, but I didn't know it was a double XL Patterdale.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, show enough. Show enough. Hold on, show enough. One thing you gotta, man, show enough. I'm telling you, brother, when you tap in to
I'm
these certain
herders.
breeders that be doing this shit at the highest level, show enough, you would think totally different. Because I remember when Reddy told me that, right? Show enough, he told me that about this guy mixing these different dogs, right? So I go and check his shit out. This motherfucker been doing it for many moons. He not freestyling this shit. Show enough. Show enough, he not freestyling this shit. Them dogs look good too. Them dogs look good too, and they perform. You feel me? So that's one thing that when it sounds outlandish to you, like when my nephew was like, "Hey, Unc, I'm gonna make a Frenchie band dog." That's like, I was like that shit was so outlandish in my mind. Damn it, like what you just said. Show enough, like, oh, that's a waste of fucking breeding. That's a waste of time. I didn't say that to my nephew. I didn't say that to him because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that type. I'm the coach. So I don't damper my nephew's dreams or whatever he want. But I said, nephew, you could do that, and then you prove it to me that it is what it is. I'm not doing that. But when Reddy mentioned that, and then he showed me what this guy was cooking, he got some shit. That shit looked good too. Did it not, Reddy?
Oh yeah.
That shit look good, sure enough. So, hey, man, trust me, man. Sometimes when shit sound outlandish, you be like, what the fuck? I'll never do that shit. And then you go check out somebody who really, really put in that work with their program. You can tell they not over there freestyling this shit. You be like, okay, I can see how that works.
And he charging them prices too.
And he charging and deservingly. That if you can make something of your own and then be honest about your recipe. Okay, we so used to people not being honest about their cook-ups that when they tell you some shit, it really does blow your mind. Like, really? Oh, fuck no. But then when you see the dog before they tell you the recipe, you're like, that dog is dope. Or that dog, like, what is that dog? I like that dog, right? Then they tell you what they cooked up, and you're like, what? That's why we can't really have a biased mind. Like we have to really be open-minded in this classroom, because when you're thinking of the highest level of performance, the only way we can get that is how the pioneers of these different breeds that we love today, they thought about that when they decided to mix breeds to make the breeds that we love, right? Because other people wasn't thinking about mixing breeds. Maybe they had let's love their little house dog or they love their little farm dog, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? But then the guys and gals who was thinking like this gentleman who made this double XL Patterdale or whatever, and they was cooking and they made these dogs and they was working and motherfuckers was liking them, then they told you the truth how he made them, then, shit, of course he's going to blow your mind. So let's not, that's why I said, come on, Hey, sure enough, you gotta keep that mind open, and then take a look. If it look like trash, then we gonna say, man, that's trash. You gotta go back to the drawing board, motherfucker.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it, but I'm just gonna be like, that's. But I do remember that, Reddy. I do remember that. I do remember that. But did he call that a double XL pattern?
Yep.
Okay, damn it, man. About shit. Hey, one day, I'm gonna have to have Reddy share some of his. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to let Reddy share some of his findings with y'all, chat. You know what I'm saying? We might have to do a show where Reddy, do what he do, and he starts showing y'all some stuff that blow your mind, because I've learned about a lot of different type dogs from Reddy, because Reddy is a connoisseur of working dogs. He's a true connoisseur of working dogs. Reddy is. So there's a lot of dogs that he taught me about that I had no clue. I never knew that there was different variances in the Malinois until Reddy showed me that. Coach, do you know there's this variant? I'm like, nah, he showed me it. He showed me so many things. So that's why I say us over here as engineers, we invite the collective dog man and dog woman brain. We're engineers. We're not closed-minded to nothing, because that's the only way we're going to achieve the highest of the highest level when it comes to performance/competition dogs. You can't keep breeding dogs the same way and get better dogs. It don't work. Okay, y'all learn that shit in our classroom. So we are here because we're trying our best to achieve the highest level, not just a level, not just good, not just okay, not average, but we're trying to achieve the highest level. But the only way we do that is we got to think outside the box. And that's why I call us engineers, because, if you work at Lockheed Martin, or Boeing, I like to use that example. And you know how America's, the best when it comes to technology, the best planes, the best weapons. You know why? Because they got scientists that think like Reddy, think like that dude that made that Patterdale, think like me, think like some of you guys. We always thinking about, what if we do the thing, even thinking like my nephew. I'm like, what the fuck? Frenchie Van Dog? Never. But he might have produced something that was the hardest shit out.
Hell yeah.
And that's why I don't want us to be closed-minded, man. But I digress on that. But go ahead. You know what I'm saying? You was cooking. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Oh yeah. So gotta get the transports together for those puppies. But I think I gotta go back first, because they gotta get the dogs prepared first before they send them to me. I can't
Yeah,
just go over there and bring them back. They gotta prepare them and all that shit. So I
yeah,
get to go back home and look at my land and see how much of it I'm gonna use for the dogs, because I gotta lay the concrete down, the foundation,
yep,
and get the kennels
yep.
and
That's a
shit.
lot. That's a lot of money you spending, Reddy.
Yeah, and I happen to be single, so I ain't gonna have to worry about the nagging and shit. So I could do my shit to the fullest. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit. Oh my
Right
goodness.
now, shit. Yeah, so I could do my shit to the fullest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then when after I get all the kennels and everything prepared and everything, I gotta get all the dog food and all that shit. I gotta get toys. I gotta get fucking shots and all that shit prepared. I gotta get fucking the wormer shit. I gotta get a lot of stuff. Nah, this is a lot of money right here.
A lot
A
of money.
lot, a lot.
What do you say? Okay, ready. In chat. What do y'all say to people who think they can have the best program and get the best genetics for cheap? What do you say to people who really think that? Now, you just described a process, not even just the dog, Ready. you described a process that requires money, right?
Yep.
So, chat, ready. How is it possible to have the best genetics? Because that's what you did your research, like you say, you did your research. You looked over here. You know what you want to get. You got a few different breeders. Some of them might be in the States. Some might be overseas. We want to go over there and fly out. Like, how is it even truly possible for you to have $0 or minimal dollars and all of a sudden come up with the top tier, best high performance working dog program in the world? How does that even fucking possible? Is it possible?
It's possible.
How?
Just gotta get your monies
No,
together.
how is it possible not spending no money? How can you do it without money?
Mhm.
Like, how can you do it for cheap? That's what I want to know. How can you do
If you got friends in higher places?
Okay, so watch this. If I had a friend who gave me a dog and blessed me with a dog, that's fine, and he got some shit, but I ain't got the fucking land. I ain't got the money to go buy the male or female to go compliment that bitch. I can't buy the kennels. I can't pay for the food. Because remember, that's one dog you might have a friend that might bless you with. We're talking about a program.
Yeah.
So let's say you did get that dog from your partner and he blessed you with some top tier genetics. That's only one piece of this fucking big ass puzzle.
Might have to go in with somebody and be kennel partners.
Okay, you might have to
for
do
a little minute until you could get on your feet.
You might have to go in with somebody, but you know what? Honestly, me as the coach, I don't suggest you guys do that. I suggest you guys one man band your shit. Okay, don't partner up with nobody. One man band your program. That's what the coach suggests. You can do what you want to do. I don't dictate men. Okay, I just coach men. I don't dictate y'all. Okay, but if you choose not to listen to the coach, I'm okay with it. I don't take it personal, nigga. I'm a player coach. I coach myself, so I'm fine with listening to myself and doing what I got to do. But as a coach, as I suggest to y'all, don't do it. But if you do have somebody you trust ready and you trust them, then okay, benefit from that, because there is a benefit from having other people involved that you guys can split the costs and everything. There's a true benefit to that. But what I've learned, chat, is that when it comes down to the nitty gritty of doing this shit, your partner is never going to be there. Or if y'all start making real money, then the relationship is going to get real sour.
Nah, I hear you on that.
Okay, that's what I'm telling y'all from experience, and I'd rather do it by myself. So think of it like you're doing it by yourself. So this topic is you ready. This topic is you, chat. That's why I put you. No, ain't no partners in it. Is you. Like, what work are you willing to put in, and the sacrifices are you willing to put in to have the highest level program with the highest level dogs? And not only that, once you get it, now it's time. How are you going, like you said, maintain it and be successful at it?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, it's a lot. And ready, you just was breaking down just the beginning stages of the shit. You just in the beginning.
Exactly.
Reality, what you were saying, ready? Most people ain't gonna fly out. Most people ain't gonna go call. You know how people they like to text and shit, or they like to leave emails and shit. They're not gonna call, let the guy hear your voice.
Yeah, you gotta do that shit
to know that you serious.
Yeah.
So he know that you ain't a guy or gal that he can push over, or she can push over and run a scam on. Most people ain't gonna do that. Or do they due diligence to study? Because now that you got your money, now that you got your place, now you're able to do what you need to do. Now you know your vision is there. You can go do the research, the work. Then you know why you calling the guy up or gal up and you asking the right questions when you talking to them. You're not just talking like a fan. You could be a fan. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, that's just paying respect. But think about it from that person's point of view. They don't want to get their dick stroked, excuse my language, or vagina rubbed. If you calling them, they want to do business. So hopefully when you have your conversation with that person that you're trying to get this dog from, your conversation is meaningful to where you're going to get the answers that you were looking for. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why you're calling, right, Reddy?
Yep.
You're calling to get the answers so that you know, okay, if you're going to charge me $5,000 for the pup, then I got to pay for shipping and all the other stuff that go along
I
with
gotta
it.
come down there too. I gotta see what I'm buying too.
Or you got
Real shit.
to do what Reddy's just talked about, take a flight, and salute to those who can do that. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, if you have the money to do it, man. Take your wife if you got one, take your girl with you, whatever. Make a trip out of it. And we're going to go over there to fucking Kosovo. We're going to go over there, you know what I'm saying, to Saudi Arabia or wherever. We're going to go take a trip. You know what I'm saying? Let's go look at these dogs, but then let's make a trip out of it. And, you know what I mean? Man, imagine how much information you're going to get and how much respect you're going to get from that dog man overseas when you go and touch down.
A lot.
A whole lot. Okay. But that's a lot of work. That's work. Right? How much work? How much work are you willing to put in? Because you're not going to do it in time, like Tony said. Salute, Tony. And time you got to put in, which is work. The time, the effort, that's work. Okay. That is the only way that you will ever achieve the highest level. You have to do it. Okay. Man, please, y'all. Think of it like nothing new under the sun. If you look at professional sports and what they do to recruit the best athletes, if you want the best dogs, since we're talking about dogs, you have to do damn near the same thing. Thank God we don't have to pay millions of dollars for our players like they do. But, you know, they make millions. And I'm assuming they make billions, so it makes sense for them. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to build a program. So when you're building a program, we're making nothing. That's all sacrifice. Right, Reddy?
Yep.
Okay. So what you just described, Reddy, you sacrificing your money and time and your effort to just acquire your dogs. You're not taking no shortcuts. You're using your brain. You're actually working your brain and you're studying dogs and studying kennels, studying genetics, genetic traits, so that you can achieve what your vision is for your high performance working dog program.
Yeah.
That's work. Now watch this. This is what I learned when I was able to do what I was able to do. Okay. A lot of these dog men and dog women that you buy dogs from is lying. They lie. They just want the money. They know how to use social media
to finesse shit.
Yeah. So the dogs that you buy are not really the dogs that you were studying and believing that they were. I learned that the hard way. Money-wise, time-wise. But this is a part of the work you put in. This is a part of it. You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and all the time you learn. Hopefully, if you're a thinker, I learn from my mistakes, and I learn from my victories too.
Always learning.
I mean, if you would never be a top tier engineer if you're not always learning. You would get passed up. There'll be a young progressive thinker that's so ambitious and so driven that will pass your old ass,
Facts.
pass your dinosaur ass, because your brain done stopped. You done stopped. But that ambitious young person was like, no, we can do this. Like, no, no, we can't. I already tried that. Well, you ain't as ambitious and you don't work as hard as that young fucking, you know what I'm saying? Pioneer. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Word.
but we do over here though.
Mhm.
So yes, that part right there, searching for your dogs, studying your dogs, that takes a lot of work. What about the sacrifice? Like you know what I'm saying? Like what type of sacrifices would you probably have to if you had like I said, if you had everything to build your perfect program ready. I'm talking about all the resources, you ready to go. You know what I'm saying? You ready, set, hike. You all in. Like what type of sacrifices do you think that you would have to make for it to be at the level that you wanted to be, your program?
Damn. Mm. Certain dogs might not make it to the kennel, man. If they not showing me what I need in the first place, before I even make the herd, I want to see what that American pit bull could do first. You know what I'm saying? What? How athletic are you? What's your biting force skills? How fast can you run? Shit. Are you do you want to get at dogs or you want to get at people? I want to know all of that shit. Same
Right.
with the Malinois. I got to see how crazy that joint is. How over the top is that joint willing to do what I'm telling it to do, or is it a bozo and just want to do crazy lunatic shit?
Right.
Not everybody can go. Not everybody can make it.
And
So
that means, and watch this, what you just said, that means that you might have to scrap them dogs out your program. So let's say
that I
you
just paid mad money for.
go. There you go. There
Yep.
you go. There you go.
Yep. See, so Salvatore might have not have showed, even though I came all the way down there. The level of respect he showed me was probably like 2-star dog quality dogs.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I
Right.
didn't come down there with the chocolates or the bagels and shit. You know what I'm saying?
uh, damn it, man. You didn't come with the gifts. You didn't have the right
Word,
gifts ready.
word,
Oh man. Hey, it's a cold game when it comes to that money, man. That's why I say when it say in the Bible that for the love of money is the root of all evil. The love of it. You know what I'm saying? So when you came down there with that bag smelling like that damn fucking $1 million cologne, he was like, man, I'm about to finesse this Negro.
word.
You know what I'm saying? He don't know no better. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, wow. That's a huge sacrifice. That's a huge sacrifice. Be willing to lose money. No, hey, knowingly though, you got to be knowingly okay with losing money.
Yeah, that's a huge sacrifice.
That's a huge sacrifice, man. That's a huge fucking sacrifice, man.
And the loss of time, a lot of time
Yeah,
wasted.
a lot of time wasted, man. That's sacrificing your time. Ready? You right about that.
Mm. So now you gotta go back to the drawing board, back to the lab.
Back to the
Who else?
lab.
Who else can I call up? But see, then if I didn't have that same type of paper anymore, I might have to go and get some random dogs and just breed those joints to get the money up. Do whatever I gotta do to get that same quality money up again. So then I could get those dogs again.
Yeah, I mean, but see, the reality of it is that's not even gonna happen though, Reddy. That's the reality of it is. It's like you damn near better off, Reddy, in your position where you spent the bands and you kind of trusted the DNA, but even though he gave you a dog that wasn't up to your testing standards, you got
Yeah.
to fucking throw them motherfuckers in the lab and cook them either
Yeah,
way.
you still gotta cook them. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you paid for it and you paid for the genetics. So I would rather cook up shitty top tier genetics. What I mean by that shitty, by the genetics are what I paid for, but the dog's spirit didn't perform the way I expected the genetics to perform. Because remember how we always talk, and that's one thing about chat. We only can control the genetic profile of the offspring when we breed them, but we can't control the spirit that's in them offspring.
Nah, that's a
Right?
fact.
So if we believe in the genetic profile, then if you breed, what you purchased and you keep everything, now you can pick and get what you want versus having fucking Pierre or whoever over there, Jacques, or whoever over there
Yeah.
overseas, right? Finesse you and take, here, I'm gonna give, this nigga think I'm gonna give him the best dog. Oh, fuck him, man. He paying top tier dog. I'm gonna finesse him. He don't know no better. Here you go. Boom. Now you can pick the best out the shit because you kept everything.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So that's the way you get out of that fuckhole that you just got put in. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go and try to get you some mediocre genetics now, now you even further from your goal,
Yeah.
which, achieving that high level of performance in your working dogs. And I'd rather trust the genetics than trust the dog, if that makes sense. Now, I'm not telling you trust the pedigree.
Right.
I'm not telling y'all that. Trust the genetic characteristics that's in that dog. Because the kids might come out with the spirit of a lion that you was looking for already.
Right.
Chat. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I learned on the job. You know what I'm saying? Because I already paid for dogs that I wasn't happy about. And even the dogs I was happy about, they didn't produce what I wanted them to produce. You know what I'm saying? Because they weren't bred the way I was told. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem.
That's the other shit. Yeah.
Yes, ready. Yes, that's the main thing that we have to worry about when it comes to spending money on dogs. Is that the people that we buy our dogs from, we have to hope and pray that they're telling us the truth about how they were bred 3 generations back at least. The truth. 3 generations back, knowing the dog's genetic characteristics 3 generations back, top and bottom, we need to trust them that they give us that profile. Because if that's true, then we can deal with the rest of the shit. I know I can. I can deal with a mediocre dog that has the genetics behind him 3 generations rooted in its bloodline, top and bottom. I can deal with that because, like I told y'all, if the dog don't give me what I want, I know I'll get it from them puppies when I cook them up.
Yep.
I mean, it's a lottery. We know it's a genetic lottery, but with that lottery, if I'm keeping everything, I mean, shit. I'm hopefully I'm gonna get one. Can I get one, Lord? Male or female? I don't give a fuck. Male or female? Can I get one, God? Thank you. And I'm probably gonna get one, at least.
Yeah. Hopefully.
God willing. We'll pray on that one. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's sacrifice. You're sacrificing more time now already.
More time.
Now you might want to buy another dog. Now you sacrificing more money.
I might want to buy an older dog.
Yeah, might have to buy. Yeah, those are more money. If you buy an older dog, there's gonna be more money. But guess what? Reddy? You might want to be competing, and let's say the 2 dogs you got aren't on a competitive level. So, like you said, now you're gonna go ahead and buy you a dog that's on a competition level. That's more money. That's more money.
It's more sacrifice.
More sacrifice, more work you got to put in, because now you got to go do your due diligence even more, because now you felt like you didn't do enough work to get you the right dog. So now you probably studying even more. That's more time, more work, more calling, more research.
It don't stop. It don't stop.
You have to have a passion that is beyond you, because when you're dealing with a level that is so high, that is damn near mission impossible, you're going to fail more than you fucking succeed.
Yep.
So then you have to have something that's willing you to keep going. You're going to lose more money than you make.
And you make, yeah.
Finally fucking get it. And it finally clicks. And the dog world, who you are influencing, finally sees your vision and they buy into it.
That's
That
a fact.
is, who knows how long that's going to take.
Shit.
Who knows?
You gotta be in it. That's why it's not about a breeding. This shit's a lifestyle to me. It's a
Period.
lifestyle.
Just like you said already, it's a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so much work, and that's why you guys used to always hear me, and I say it still, but man, I always used to say work, and more work 3 times. And when I say 3 times, you got to be rooted in the work. Why I say you got to be rooted? Because there's going to be so many storms that you got to weather that blow your branches off, that blow all your leaves off. You be all bare, like what the fuck is holding you together is the root. I'm rooted in this fucking shit. I'm rooted in this fucking dog shit. I have a passion for it. Yeah, you can blow my branches off. Yeah, I ain't fucking producing no fruit. Yeah, I should give up. But it's only a matter of time. I just don't know when. Yeah, I had 3 generations that didn't, whatever. Let's say you had 3 generations that you put in that, was good, but not good enough. But it was good. But for you, it's not good enough.
Yeah. Shit.
So do we give up? Hell no.
Hell no.
Hey, Cooper said, he said, hey, coach, how do you get older dogs in the first place? First, I mean, if you guys are following, social media is a gift and a curse, y'all, okay? It's good and bad, right? But if you following dog men or dog women that you respect their programs, and you got a couple of dollars, it's called The Price is Right. So if you got a dog that's mature, and you tap into the breeder, shit, you might be able to get one, or they might be able to bless you. I'll bless a few of my brothers with some older dogs. So it's available for you, Cooper. You just got to know the dog people that you want to tap into, Coop. You know what I'm saying? And then based off of that, if you need something, don't be afraid to ask, but make sure you got your bag right when you ask. You know what I'm saying?
Or
Don't come in there expecting nothing. Just make sure your bag is right, and you never know. He might, the breeder might tell you, "Hey, man, this, here I got this one for you. You got an adult that you can use." But the key is, I want to tell you guys, the key for us as engineers is the genetic characteristics, and if you can gauge them characteristics 3 generations back, that's all you want.
yeah, that's key.
I'd rather have that for me when I cook than the performance dog. The dog that performs. If I'm cooking the dog to make better dogs, I need the genetic profile to be what it is more than that dog performing the way I want it to perform.
I like that.
Okay? Because I want to make my own.
Your own drum.
Yes.
Sauce. Yeah.
Yes. I need the sauce. I need the recipe. I need the ingredients more than I need that dog's spirit to perform at the best level that I've ever seen in my life. Unless I'm buying dogs to compete with, two different things. But since we're talking about a program, the genetics, the profile, and the genetic recipe is more important to me than what that dog can do. For me, because I'm cooking. I'm in there. I'm cooking shit. You know what I'm saying? My standard is too high even for the dog that I buy from that person. Even though I might have bought that dog as an adult and it was a great dog performer, I needed to perform better than that. I need the offspring to be better than what I just bought.
Hell yeah.
Okay. But again, back to what we talking about tonight, the work I gotta put in to find them dogs, the sacrifices I gotta make, and the time I gotta put in. How much time and sacrifice and work are y'all willing to put in for this level of performance and this level of a working dog program? How much of it? I mean, it sounds good when you talk about it. I mean, you know, this performance dog conversation that, you know, I think that, you know what I'm saying, we definitely etched into the algorithm. It sounds good. You know, a working dog sounds good. But is it really good when you got to put in that work and more work 3 times? Is it really that good when it's really about the sacrifices that you put in and the money and the time that you put in? No days off. When you have more losses on your resume than you got wins, is it really that worth it? Does it really sound that good? I mean, yeah, it sounds good when you're talking about it, but it's not really all that good when you're doing it. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all.
Nah, it's not.
You know, that's what we do over here. We keep it real over here.
Gotta love the dogs though, man.
You gotta have a passion for the dogs, man. A passion for the dogs. If you want to achieve the highest level, if you want to have pets, which is okay, then, you know, whatever, you can be nonchalant with your pet. You can buy a pet off, you can get a free pet off of Craigslist.
Word.
But if you into performance, you're into competition, you're into creating, right? It's a lot you got to put into this shit. It's a lot of studying that you got to do. Every day I'm listening to dog content. I listen to dog content every day from all types of different dogs and dog breeders and dog enthusiasts or whatever. I that's what I listen to every day. There's a reason why I do that. Because I want to stay up on what other dog men are doing and thinking about that I'm not doing or thinking, or that confirms what I'm already doing or thinking. I love that because that fuels my passion and motivation. Because you know, when you always working ready, when you always working chat, you run out of fuel every now and then.
Yep.
You get worn down. You get fucking discouraged and shit, right?
Yep.
So you got to feed yourself with fuel to keep you going. We're only human.
That inspiration.
You
Word.
need inspiration. You got to be motivated to keep working. Because this is not an overnight thing when you're trying to achieve the highest level. Right? So then it goes back to even when I was talking about my vision for my pit bull program and how I wanted to make them bigger, stronger, and faster. And then, like I told y'all, it's like I couldn't test them the way they was bred. And I was like, you know what the fuck am I doing it for, right? All the sacrifice, all the money, all the time, all the effort I put in, everything that I've done over the years for this program, I'm never going to get any type of gratification by having my dogs that I bred to have maximum prey drive to be running up this fucking wall that I built. Y'all see my wall already? You see my wall I built?
Yeah.
Top tier shit too. I got the wall climb for my dogs. I got the weight pull for my dogs. I got all the shit for my dogs to do. But for me, as an engineer who has a gift to put fucking power in dogs, that to me, like that, you know what I mean? Like when I was seeing my let's say for example, when I was seeing Shaka, I couldn't even get him to fetch a ball. I couldn't get him to run after a flirt pole.
Damn.
I couldn't get him to like at all. He looked at that shit like, yeah, right, but let a goddamn any animal run. Let some play run around and watch that boy fucking jump up. Watch that boy perk up like the percolator and get busy. So like learning your dogs. You know what I mean? Like when you a coach, right? You got all these different players on that you coaching, and all of them is different. You got to learn every one of them and what make them tick. That's what makes you a good coach. You know how to motivate each player individually and then make them a collective. That's what makes you a good coach. Me having all these different dogs and different dog personalities, trying to make a dog do something that it don't want to do. I'm like, damn it. Well, man. But I mean, of course, if you give them a treat, they'll do it. But like finding out what motivates them, like, man, like with my pit bulls, like, what the fuck am I doing? This is me talking to y'all. Why am I even making dogs like this if I can't make them do what they was bred to do? What I put in them.
Right.
That's below my pay grade. Because I can make a dog do what it do genetically. You feel me? So when I say my pit bulls are bigger, stronger, faster, extreme prey drive, don't feel no pain, and they are that, but they can't demonstrate that. I'm in the lab. I threw all that shit. I threw those plans away. Like I scrapped that shit up, threw it in the trash, got my semen, put it on ice. That program is done. We scrapped that shit. Because for me, it's like, what for? What for? Just say I got it? Nah, I'm not gonna get no gratification off of that. You know what I mean? So now, when it comes to the work, I got more work to do. I gotta go back to the drawing board. I done scrapped my whole fucking pit bull program that I started since 2005. I scrapped it. Now it's more work.
That's
All the money,
time,
sacrifice, losses,
loss. Yeah, damn.
Goes back to how much work, how much time.
You really gotta be in this shit,
Bruh.
for real, man.
Bruh. What's good with you, Cosmo Khan? Bruh, I mean, the sacrifices. But I mean, this is how you got to think, you guys. You have to think like that. If I'm not going to get the end result to satisfy the time and the effort and the money that I put into it, you got to let it go. It's hard. But that doesn't mean you quit. All that is that you pivot. Right? I didn't just throw my genetics away. I put my pit bull genetics into something else. Just like I did with the band dogs. But I even pivoted from the band dogs. Because I knew I didn't want my dogs biting people just because. Me personally. I like the allure of mixing dogs because that's what I like to do. But just having those mixes, just to have them for me, I the appeal of it, I lost it. Me personally, not to say anything that y'all are doing with y'all's dogs and band dogs. Because I encourage you guys, if y'all doing band dogs, keep doing them. Whatever y'all doing with your dogs, keep doing them. If it's inspiring you to do it, if you're inspired to do it, you're motivated, do it. Okay, because I never want to tell y'all to do what I do if it's contrary to what you do. Okay, do whatever you want to do because that's what we are. That's what we're here to do. I'm just talking about me because I want to see my dogs do what I put in them. So the allure of making those band dogs to be man stoppers, and then knowing that they could do it, but like I said, I don't allow my dogs to bite me. I told y'all that. I'm a one-man band. I do everything. I play all the instruments, sing the songs, dance. I do everything, man. Training, choreography, producing. I'm a one-man band. I do everything. So if I can't put the nurturing into that dog to be that man stopper, I have to scrap that. As far as moving forward with my band dog program, I'm done. I'm done. I did it. I got the DNA semen on tap. Boom. And that's why I always tell y'all, collect y'all semen. Because guess what? I might change my mind. I might want to do the Return of the Living Dead on some of my old shit. I might want to do that. That's the beauty of being a dog man. That's the beauty of being a dog man engineer. If I ever want to go dig in the crates, I can go dig in the crates and get, one of my band. I want to do band dogs all of a sudden. Oh, well, let me go back and get my band dog recipe. I didn't lose it. Yeah, I discontinued it, but the DNA is still on tap. So I never lost it at the end of the day. But understand, how much work did I put in? How much money did I put in to create my band dog program? That's a lot of time. That's a lot of money, a lot of breedings, a lot of sacrifice. A lot of work, and more work 3 times.
Word.
Now, most people would just give up. Oh, man, I'm done with the dogs. I don't have the inspiration no more. Oh, I can't do what I want to do. Oh, I'm done with the dogs. But if you have a program, it's never done.
Never.
That's a fact. It's never finished.
It's almost like you just getting started every time.
Like you said, Rick, I'm just getting started because it's my program is evolving. My vision is evolving. My expertise is evolving. Right? My passion for the dogs is evolving. My purpose has evolved.
Mm.
And you have to be okay with that.
Right.
Evolution. You have to be okay with that and understand that it's, yeah, it might start this way and you might be gun-ho. You might have your productions and like I said, if I can't do what I see my dogs wanting to do, I'm at the point now in my dog man career, if you want to call it that, that if I can't give my dogs what they want to show me, then why am I making them dogs? My dogs want to show me something, and if I can allow them to show me that, then why am I producing that type of dog? I don't produce pets. Even though my dogs can be a good companion, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But in reality, they're not pets. They want to work. So me understanding that, now, I got to put in more work, ready? Chat, I got to put in more sacrifices. I got to put in more time. I got to put in more money. I got to be willing not to make no money.
That's the other part.
What's that, Ready?
Gotta be willing not to make any money. Like,
Yeah. How many people want to do that?
none.
None. I didn't want to do that. You know, I'm being honest. Just like you said, none. I didn't want to not make no money. I would love to get some of the money I put in this fucking whole journey back.
So, like, I can't get a little bit of it. Shit. Nah.
Yeah. It's an expensive hobby. You know, when I go to Costco, every time I go to Costco and I buy my 12 bags of dog food, and there used to be a lot more than that back in the day. So God is good. God is
Yeah.
good. It's only 12 right now, right? Everybody, every time I go on that bitch, they're, oh my God, oh wow, how many dogs you got? Oh, wow. Yeah, wow. Yeah, no, it's wow. It is wow. But my dog's got to be fed.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let my dog starve. Okay.
But they looking and acting like they want to buy shit.
I mean, they're consumers, man. They don't see it like us who have programs. They're just like, you know, I got Fido. I buy maybe two bags. It lasts me fucking 2 months. You know what I'm saying? They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't see it from where I'm at. I got a program. You know, I take care of my dogs like they're my kids. I invested a whole lot in them. So I'm gonna make sure they eat. I'm gonna make sure their kennels is cleaned up. I'm gonna make sure they're taken care of, because that's my program.
Right.
That's my DNA. I have to take care of my shit. If I want my program to succeed, they got to live comfortably. But the consumer, the people who want pets, they don't see that, which I'm not expecting them to see. But they're always in awe of that. But that goes into the money that we spending. It goes to the money that we're not recouping. Even though we might have a litter, I might have a $50,000 litter, man. Nigga, I'm hundreds of thousands of dollars in. That $50,000 don't give me no money.
Nope.
What?
Right back into the food and shit.
Right.
Right back into the kennels.
Right. The years that you put into this shit. The money that you've been putting out there, even though you ain't made no money for that whole year because you decided not to do no breeding for a year. You know, you decided to let your dogs develop before you do a breeding. So you know, okay, now I got these dogs. I'm seeing what I got. Now I know what I need to buy. Now
Right.
I need to know what, now I know what I need to breed, because I let them develop and show me how I need to breed. Like, all this is in that process, and all this is in that workflow, and all this is in that sacrifices that you have to be willing to put in and endure to even have a high performance working dog program.
True.
And that's why I say, how much work are you willing to put in? How much sacrifice, chat? Especially if you're trying to achieve the highest level, man. The highest level, man. We just, you know what I mean? Because there's levels to everything you do in life.
Facts.
There's levels to the work you put in. You know, just think about it. If you want to be a general in the military, imagine how much work you got to put in to be the top tier soldier in the U.S. in the number one military on the planet. Imagine how much work that general had to put in to be a general. Salute, Bando. I'll drop the link again, Bando. But like that's the work that I'm talking about when it comes to a high performance working dog program. That shit ain't just talking about.
Nah.
You know, I mean, bruh. I mean, damn it, man. I'm
You
20.
gotta be all in, definitely.
I
Shit.
got a lot more work to still. I still have a lot more work to do.
Right.
I'm still sacrificing.
On them youngins.
I'm still developing dogs. It's a never ending story.
Right.
But I'm not going to scrap everything, all the hard work. I mean, then all my work would be in vain. Chat.
Yeah, like you did it for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that money just thrown in the trash. You know, I know my wife be like, Daddy, this, you know what I mean? You know, just, you know what I mean? Shit, you might as well let it go. I'm like, hell no. You crazy.
Nah, too far in.
I'm in too deep, Mekhi Phifer, man.
Word.
I'm in too deep. Plus,
Like gambling shit.
I mean, it's always a gamble. It's always a 50-50.
High level gambling.
Always 50-50, man. Genetic lottery.
Yeah.
Bando, I just dropped the link, Bando. It's genetic lottery. I mean, I can accept that. Me as a man, anything that I've ever wanted in my life, I had to put the work in, and I had to go the extra mile and then some to get what I wanted. Nothing's ever come easy for me. Never had a handout. I always was a worker. I always respected blood, sweat, and tears. And the reason why I respected it is because I knew at the end of it all, I would appreciate it.
Right.
Bendo.
Yeah.
Bando?
What's happening, fool? What's good with you guys?
Yo.
Oh man, we just giving the realities of what to expect when it comes to work and sacrifice if you really want a high level, high performance working dog program. That's all we doing.
Yeah, man. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. It's like, damn, you
Talk
know,
about
I get like when it's trials and tribulations when it comes to these dogs, man. Like, you know, I see, people, they have, a group of dogs and a pack chilling like A1, like I'm like, wow, that's great. But then again, it's like dealing with different type of breeds, different type of calibers. It's like it's more of bigger responsibility. You know what I mean? And I tend to understand that these people got them dogs, that type of caliber of dogs, because their responsibility, they're being more down to earth than what the next person. At least they know their standard, their lane, whatever. But when you got these high sprung caliber dogs, man, they bring trials and tribulations. But when you accomplish them, you get to appreciate what you learn. And that's what you got to do. Hands on with these dogs. You can hear me, you can hear the coach, everybody talk. But you not really going to get the concept of what we speak about unless you get a dog that's hands-on with it and you experiment and you learn from that shit, whether it be good or bad. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
A lot of people just not gonna what's that word? They're just not gonna learn how to just I
They're
don't really
not
know
gonna
the word.
grasp it. Grasp?
And learn how to relate to it. Relate to what the fuck you speak, because it's like it
Comprehend.
makes it comprehension is a
Comprehension.
motherfucker.
Haha.
But at the end of the day, man, you love your dogs. You got to bond with your dogs. You get to study your dogs. See what your dogs are willing to do for you. A lot of people talk about this shit, but they don't know what the dogs is willing to do for you. You're just going on hypothesis, or I may have, just an illusion on what if. Like, fuck that. Once you get to see, and it all has to do with bond and time with your dog. That's the only thing you cannot get back. Is time that you put in your
Time.
dogs. It's just learning the characteristics. You don't have to be the plots and then have your dog jump through loops. No, it's just getting to learn your dog's characteristics. And once you learn that, I think whatever you want to do with your dogs, you'll be in the right direction because you're going to know your dog's characteristics and know what dog is best for what situation.
Right.
But if you don't know characteristics, you don't have time in it, it's like, let me just grab any dog, and it's not the dog's fault. Everybody will blame the dog.
Yeah.
But it's not the dog's fault.
It's your fault.
Why, my nigga? Why? Why?
You
Why
didn't
would it be my
understand.
fault? Because I didn't what?
You didn't understand.
Yep. Or
You
put
didn't
him
realize the
The-
characteristics of the dog, the
dog.
attributes. Yes, and
For
and
that situation.
yes. That's it. That's golden right there, my boy. Once you learn that, I don't give a fuck if you got 5 months that you found on the streets. Them 5 dogs have five different characteristics about itself. Each dog. And you'll find what dogs is suitable for you. So you pick and choose what dogs you want and what dogs you don't need.
Right.
But a lot of people just want to be spoon-fed. They don't want to get their hands dirty. They just want to say, I got something and have a YouTube channel that come along with it.
Damn.
That's all they want. And I'm not mad at that. But at the end of the day, you being that person that you want to be spoon-fed, you cannot talk about a motherfucker that's a chef. Because if you want to feed the way you want to be fed, we'll come back here and get your motherfucking hands dirty, get burned, come feel what it takes to be a fucking chef, a teacher, professor, whatever it may be. These niggas don't want to do it. So how is your fucking opinion relevant to what the fuck I got going on when you don't even have a backbone to even say, fuck it, I want to do this. I want to make my own sauce. Whether people may think it's nasty, whatever, I'm going to promote this shit and I'm going to make this shit spicy.
Word.
Yep. I agree.
See me.
Niggas want to be, I bought this. Yeah, nigga, you bought a meal. But nigga, I have produced a fucking remedy, a formula, shit, like
A
damn.
recipe,
yeah. Yeah.
There you go. At
But
least I can say I got my shit. I got this sauce.
You got
You
the
may not
proper
like it.
ingredients.
You know what?
Everything's gonna get better, baby. Everything gonna get better with
You know what you
time.
said in the beginning? You mentioned about dogs, right, and having different breeds of dogs, right? A lot of dog men and dog women, they might be a single breed enthusiast, but if you're a dog enthusiast and you respect all dogs and you've had a chance to have multiple different breeds on your yard and you dealt with them, that's where you get to see different variances in temperament, different variances in ability. You get your dog palate gets broadened, if that makes sense, when you have different breeds on your yard. Okay, so you know how
expand your horizons. You're expanding your horizons of different flavors. Yes.
Yes, you know how people say, you know, that this dog is the best dog on the planet, but they've never owned any other dog. How can you say that if you only own one dog? You know what I'm saying?
You can't. Yeah.
You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody who's biased and uneducated when it comes to dogs, right? Your palate isn't broad. Now you've had different breeds of dogs, Bando. I've had multiple different breeds of dogs. I'm sure some of you guys in the chat have had multiple breeds of dogs. And once you have them, then you know your mindset on a particular breed of dog will definitely change. Trust me, it will. But I digress. Go ahead, Bando.
I want to say they're not biased, but yeah, they are. Yes, they're very just they're just they like a certain type of dog, you know, a certain type of flavor. But you can't be mad at that because maybe that's what they want for their dogs. Us, we expect a little bit more from our dogs than just a certain attribute, which that attribute is great. Don't get me wrong. But I kind of like a dog that was going to bite your ass too. You know what I mean? I like dogs that it could fight off any type of predators or be, I'm not saying those type of dogs can't be family companion. For sure they can be, but it's like you like NASCAR, you like Formula One, you know what you, it's like, it's all different levels, man. But one thing I can say, these band dogs, these bull herders, it's just a blank page, right? Well, not really so much with the band. It's like it's sort of turning the page on the band dogs. Now it's the bull herders and shit.
Next
like
level wave.
It's a lot, yes, and you gotta understand, man. If you you could be Picasso with this shit. You got a backbone, you know. With the positive comes the negative.
The art, Picasso. But go ahead.
Yes, a person that sees a Picasso painting, they'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" But somebody that has the IQ to recognize what this painting's all about, then you be like, "Wow, I want this." Exactly with these dogs. You cannot be mad at a person that don't see quality in a Picasso painting. You just can, because they're not exposed to that type of taste. Wine, you know, art. A lot of people are not onto art. But like I said, back to what I said, if it comes with, if it's the flavor of the month, if it comes with recognition, YouTube channel, they're all in. These are what I'm not. Them people is something that I'm not. I don't want to be bought in. I don't want to have to buy something to be bought in, to be accepted in a community. I want to work for my shit.
Right.
So therefore, when I'm working for my shit, you know, whatever lane I'm in, I'm working hard for my shit. I'm making my own lane. I'm making my own brand. And I'm putting my dogs in a situation where a lot of people don't even want to put their dogs or themselves in a situation like that. So therefore, it's like, it's, you want to be the chef or you want to be fed? I want to be the chef. I want to be the chef. I don't want to be fed. That's how I see it. In this dog game, you got people that want to be the chef. You got people that want to be like me. I said it earlier. I'm green to a lot of shit. I'm green as a motherfucker. But that doesn't mean that what I'm green on, I can't sharpen and educate myself so that I could be fluent in what I'm green in. But a lot of people are green when it comes hands-on with these dogs. Me, you give me a mutt, 6 months later, that mutt will bite the fuck out of you. It's just something with me and these dogs that I gotta rapport with. And it's like, nobody's perfect in this dog game, man. But when you can sit down and say, "Oh shit, I learned something," you don't have to even expose that what you learned. As long as you know you learned something, you won. You winning. Be versatile. Look at everybody. Don't look at me. Don't look at coach. Look at people like off the wall shit. Beagles. people that train beagles. That's how I got the Bando rabbit test. I got it from an old white lady that bred beagles. You learn from this social media shit, my nigga. Like it's education, fuckery, and all the above, all in one. But if you know what you want and what you're striving for, what you hear, you're gonna automatically gravitate to that because that's something that what? Oh shit. Okay. And then bam. You don't have to do it pinpoint what they said, but you just take a little piece and bits from that person, this person, and you do it with your twist. You learning. You winning. It's these niggas that's bickering and don't have nothing. It's not because they're bickering and ain't got nothing. It's the education that they're learning from the internet. It's a lot of game going and giving. But they don't grasp nothing of that because you know why? They see that Picasso painting as a bunch of bullshit. They don't know their own worth. Facts.
Facts. Word. I
Oh,
like that.
yeah, man, you said it. You said it, Bando. That's
They don't know their own worth, my name. They just focus on all everything but the right shit, but negative shit. And that's
At
why
the
they don't
same
get
time,
nowhere.
yep.
That's why they don't get nowhere, my name. Facts.
but I mean, it's
Facts.
this lane that we're in, the artist lane, the creator lane, pioneer lane, engineer lane, it's only for the few, right? I don't know how
What you call it? What you call that shit? What's that nigga that built that fucking ugly ass refrigerator truck? You say you're
Elon Musk of high performance working dogs. Yeah, the engineers. You know what I'm saying? The engineers.
I like that. I like that. That's
Yeah.
good. I like that one.
Yeah, like I mean, but it's not. It's the few. It's like how many Elon Musk out there? How many Mark Zuckerbergs out there? How many Jeff Bezos out there? Like these nerdy tech guys. There's very few of those out there that is at the top of their level, right?
Right.
So the same
Yes.
thing that we're trying to establish here with these high performance working dogs, we're trying to achieve the top of our level. So there's not going to be many people in dogs that will comprehend what we were just talking about, what we're about, having multiple different dogs, having a vision to breed different dogs together, testing their dogs, studying, like you said, beagles, different breeds, like you ready, knowing all the different type of breeds and different breed variances out there. Most people are not going to be dog nerds. That's who we are. Okay.
Right.
Think about the nerds back in our day when we went to school. I mentioned this before. We went to school and I've never made fun of anybody. I was never that type. I was cool with all of them. Nerdy guys. I was, matter of fact, I was one of the guys that be protecting the nerds and shit. You know what I mean? But a lot of people picked on them and shit, right? But now look at them. Them motherfuckers the one with all the money and all the bitches. So same thing with the dogs. Like you were saying, Bando, a lot of people want to kind of fall in line with what's going on and what is, and what's trending and all that type of stuff. And that's fine. That's their lane. Stay in that lane, be in that lane. And what we're doing is foreign. Oh, I would never do that. Oh, there is mutts, is this, that. That's fine too. Be where you at. However, for us to achieve what we want to see in our dogs, like what you want to see, Bando, what you might want to see, Ready, what y'all might want to see, Chat. Okay, it's going to take a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of time, and a lot of money, and it's going to take damn near until you transition, because at the time when you get to where you want to be at, for the most part, you probably going to be passing that on to your kid or probably to somebody else who believe in your program to keep it going, because it's not going to be good enough. It's never going to be good enough. And that's the only way.
Never going to be good enough.
Bando, that's the only way we're going to keep elevating this shit to the levels that we're going to keep elevating, because it's never good enough. Our best dog is still not our best dog.
Facts.
Even though it might be better than last year.
Yeah.
Or the year before that. Or the breeding before that.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
What do you think about the Doberman Pinscher modern day?
You got to ask Reddy about that because I don't know too much about the Doberman, but I know Reddy know a little bit of something, son.
Modern day Doberman
Do
Pinscher.
you ready?
Yeah,
The modern day
those were some great dogs.
European.
Yeah, that's the top lines. The European Doberman. But
Do you like the
you know
European
that there,
Dobermans?
there wasn't. They got the line that's just straight Doberman, no Pinscher.
Okay. Here's my question for you. The modern day Doberman Pinscher, what would you categorize that dog as? As a Mastiff or a Terrier?
Mm,
The modern day European. What would you categorize that dog as?
it
A
got Great Dane
Mastiff
in it,
or
so
a Terrier?
it had Great Dane in it, so it was a
So what would you categorize it as?
Mastiff Hound.
So you'll categorize the European Doberman Pinscher as a Mastiff, right?
Mastiff Hound because of the
Okay,
Great
you
Dane.
know what? And I'll agree with you. And that's a damn shame. The Doberman Pinscher, I
It's
feel
not supposed to be like
the
that.
reason why I speak, it's supposed to be the males supposed to be 75, max 80 pounds. Females 55 to 65 pounds. Those are the German Doberman Pinschers. They should be categorized a terrier because they have a lot of Manchester Terrier in their bloodline. But nowadays, the show line and these people fucking dogs up, you would see the modern day Mastiff and you'll see that shit 90 pounds, 110.
100
Like,
pounds.
what
Yeah.
the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on here? But I just had to speak on that because, I love dogs and I just try to, get
They got a
knowledge
lot of
and
German
spread knowledge.
Pointer in there too. German Pointer.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Them. Hey, Dobermans, let me tell you something. Facts. That's one dog that's been bred for one thing and one thing only and hasn't been converted into something else. It was made to bite a nigga's ass.
Yeah.
Bite that ass.
Wait,
And if
man,
it don't bite that ass, that's not a...
That's not
Excuse me?
Doberman Pinscher.
Or what? A Doberman Pinscher was made for one thing only, and that was man and dog aggression. That's it. German Shepherds were they were cattle dogs. Rottweilers were they were cattle dogs. They was always they was converted into personal protection. But one dog only, that's only been bred for one thing only, it's been the Doberman. And that was just all personal protection. Cannot go wrong with the Doberman. I like Dobermans. I really like them.
Yeah, they cool.
I really like them. I like them a lot.
If you get the right one, you got to get the right one though, because some of them joints be bugging out because their
Yes.
head is too skinny. The brain be pushed up.
No,
That's just
what you want to
so-
say is that they're very, very nervy. They're nervy as fuck. They're not stable dog, and that's what tells you how the fuck is a dog that's been in war, a dog that's bred to be in war with man, not able to handle sound, and it's just because people. It's like, man, if a dog get popular, they're gonna
Inbred
fuck
as
it up.
fuck.
It's gonna be fuck. Huh?
Inbred as hell and shit.
Yes, bad traits. And just a lot, but a lot of people don't care, man.
Hey Bando, do you follow the brother, that one brother that got the little Doberman channel and stuff?
Or Doberman.
It's
what's his
something
name?
European. European.
Um,
Is he bald headed?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
bald headed. Yeah, light skinned brother, bald headed.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's when I speak about when I say about them. They're mastiff looking Dobermans now. Like
Okay,
Yep.
so you know
a
he buys
Doberman,
his
it was a
and stuff, and he claims he get the best Doberman. So I mean, how do you feel about what he talk about his Dobermans? Because he say he buy the best Dobermans from overseas.
that it's just it's just the max sauce, or else he's not really knowing about what he has. A Doberman is a medium-sized dog, man. A medium-sized dog is nowhere between 45 to 75 pounds.
But okay,
How
but Bando,
are
did
you
just
gonna
hear-
have
But Bando, did you hear just what Reddy said, that there's a Doberman Pinscher and then there's a Doberman? Because Reddy, there's a different variants now.
that's
Reddy,
crazy?
Reddy, break down that variance. for
I
Bando.
heard what he said.
Okay. Because Reddy taught me
I
that.
heard
I
what
didn't
he
know
said.
that was a different
Yeah.
variant.
And I feel like that Doberman shit is just a modern day mastiff Doberman. What I speak about, look at the chest of that Doberman. It looks like he has some, like a fucking heart murmur coming out of his fucking chest. Like that shit is not healthy. If you look at if you look at Snoop Dogg videos back in the day in the 90s when he used to transform into a Doberman. You look at it, that's a Doberman. You look
That's
at that
Doberman,
other
yeah.
these
So is that a
modern day Dobermans.
Or a Doberman? Which one is it? That's what I'm
That's a
saying.
Doberman Pinscher.
Man,
what I
it's
said.
only
One?
one Doberman.
No, there's multiple.
With Snoop Dogg is a Doberman Pinscher. That's the only Doberman Pinscher that I know about.
Okay, that's a Doberman Pinscher. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I said there's different variances. That's what I learned. I didn't know it was different variances
What's the variances of what?
of the
How's
Doberman.
there variances of a Doberman Pinscher?
Because they made just like there's variances of the Malinois. I didn't even know that it was variances of a Malinois until I found out there's a whole bunch. There's like 4 different variances of a Malinois. I didn't even know that.
Oh, what are you talking about? That like the hair, like the coat of
Yeah,
the
the
dog,
The
like medium.
Lacanois,
Go ahead, Reddy. What
the
is it, Reddy?
Lacanois, the Terververin. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
like
they in the same origin? Are they in the same country? Are they in different countries?
Yeah,
And
they
if they're
are.
in different countries,
They are, but there's different variances. So Reddy schooled me on the different variances of the Doberman. You know, Reddy schooled me on
There's
that.
mad.
Oh,
There's mad variances of the Pinscher. Oh my God. There's like
yes,
almost
you
20
got
different
Manchester
Pinschers.
Pinscher, you got miniature Pinscher, you got what is it, short hair Pinscher or some shit. They all look pretty much like a Doberman, if you would say, but all different sizes.
so then
You got
that's why.
some miniature Pinscher like Chihuahuas.
You got the
Okay,
German
yes.
Pinscher.
So that's why.
Yes, there you go. So you know, so if you know about the German Pinscher, you know about the Manchester Pinscher, right?
Yeah, they really call it the Manchester Terrier though.
There you go.
But it's black and tan and shit.
Listen, a terrier. How in the fuck is a Doberman Pinscher looked as a mastiff?
Because it's a Doberman, right? Reddy? It's just a Doberman, right? Reddy?
Yep.
Yeah, they just call it a
But
Doberman.
it should be is a Doberman Pinscher. Pinscher is pretty much an off-brand of a terrier. And there's nothing more than 45 pounds, 50 pounds of a Pinscher.
Hey, what's the original cook-up Reddy of a Doberman Pinscher? Do you know?
It's fucking Great Dane.
Manchester, fucking
Nah, not in the Doberman.
Dog.
Not in
Black and
the
tan
Doberman.
terrier, probably.
No, I'm talking about the Doberman.
Just the regular Doberman.
What's
Not the Doberman Pinscher. That's separate.
No,
what's the
Doberman Pinscher and Doberman is the same thing. Louis Doberman was a tax collector. Louis
Nah,
Doberman was
I know
tax.
about him. I know about him. He
So he
made the
made.
Doberman Pinscher, but
So
then
what other
somebody else
Pinscher you
made
speak
the
about?
Doberman. But somebody else created the Doberman,
Uh,
which is that
I'm
big
kind of
shit
lost.
you talking about. That's the big joint you talking about.
No,
That look like
the
the
Doberman Pinscher
Mastiffs.
is what I'm speaking about Louis Doberman, the tax collector.
Yeah, that's the
What you
Doberman
talking
Pinscher.
about? Yes, he made a dog, and he was also a veterinarian. You gotta understand the history of these dogs. They always have a similarity. They're veterinarians. They had access to other dogs, different origins and regions. So therefore, Louis Doberman, he made a dog that was called a Doberman Pinscher. Anything else, my nigga, is just a fucking show of a knockoff of the Doberman Pinscher. Doberman and Doberman Pinscher should be the same dog. It's like having
Sure.
it's like you're saying I have a Rottweiler and I have a Rottie. Same
I
fucking
feel
dog,
you. I feel you.
right? Am I right
But
or am I wrong?
you're right. But everybody be wanting to make something else. You know what I'm saying?
That's why there's
That's
variants.
why they need to put their own fucking name on it and say it's theirs. Don't piggyback off. You got to piggyback off somebody else's sauce. Okay. But say it's yours. Don't say it's that sauce. You know what I mean? If it's Jordan, it's Jordan. If it's Nike, it's Nike. Yes, you may have a collaboration where it's Nike, Air, whatever the fuck. But you understand what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
you cannot say something. Even Massive All bullshit. He says the shit and he says it, but it's starting to make sense. You cannot make your own sauce and call it that original sauce. Once you breathe something out or bring something into it, it's no longer that sauce. Right? Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Hey, you see what Chris said, right? Chris said the original cook-up of the Doberman Pinscher is
Pinscher.
Rottweiler, Manchester Terrier, Weiner Dog, and Greyhound.
There you go. I
Hey,
know I was right with something.
And what's that?
So where in the fuck
Pointer.
do you see? Where do you see a massive dog in that bitch?
Not in the Doberman Pinscher. Just in the just straight Doberman. That's what they call that shit. It's just a straight Doberman.
I want a Doberman Pinscher. I want the Snoop Dogg. Give me the Snoop Dogg. Give me the male that's 80 pounds and the female 65, 55 pounds. They're going to eat your ass
You
up.
want the regular shit. The
Have
normal
you heard
shit.
the Doberman gang? Look at the Doberman gang.
Yeah, that was my joint, yo.
You don't see no fucking 100-pound dogs up in that bitch. You see 65, 55, 65, 55.
And you seen what them
maybe
shits
70.
could do. Them shits was jumping
Hey.
over the apartment.
Those are real Dobermans. Now tell me this.
Doing their job. They did their
So
job.
when you see that, and then you see these 100-pound Dobermans, 105-pound Dobermans,
fake shit.
what the fuck do you say to yourself?
Fake shit.
What do you say to yourself?
So do you think the brother with man? I wish I knew his name, man. No disrespect.
I know who you're talking. It's European Dobermans.
Do you think he has the Doberman Pinscher or the Doberman?
He must got that Doberman shit. He got that. He ain't got no Snoop Dogg shit. He got some knockoffs.
His shit is big.
He got massive shit. He got that massive shit. He got that shit got that has a heart murmur in the front of it. Look at the chest. When you look at it, tell that big ass dog sit down and take a picture of it from the side. you're gonna see from the chest, you're gonna see a piece of fat come out. What the fuck is that? That's not healthy, Adam. I don't give a fuck what you say. That's not normal. A dog like that should have a chest like a boxer or something like that. That should not have a fucking like a turkey neck on the chest type shit. You know, I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Hey,
But
ready. Tell Bando how the Doberman is cooked up.
Yeah, that's it. It got Great
I know it
Dane
don't
is
got
in
no
that
massive
shit.
in it.
Nah, it's
How
Great
much?
Dane.
Great Dane.
Great Dane, that's a massive.
It's a Mastiff and a Hound. Boarhound.
So it has everything that Chris said in it, plus the Great Dane, or some, or plus or minus.
You talking about the modern day or the old
No,
school shit?
just that straight, just the Doberman. It's just a Doberman.
Oh yeah, I don't
without the
know. I
pincher
don't
part.
know. You can lie to me on that shit. You can lie to me.
It's just like, say you wanted to make your own version of the Doberman, but bigger. That's what they did. So
Okay.
it's not that same genetic makeup as what Chris put up there.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
Tell me
other
this.
shit.
What did they gain? What did they gain and what did they lose? You should have this nigga on here. I wish he will come up on here. I got a good question. Because they may have gained size, but I guarantee you they lost a lot of temperament.
Well, see, Reddy
It's
knows
not
it.
the same shit.
Reddy knows it.
It's not the
It's
same
not the
shit.
same. It's not the same shit, bro.
Oh, that's crazy.
Therapy said that he's. And you hear what Therapy said? He said, "I thought the Great Dane was a Mastiff and a Wolfhound."
Damn.
Is that what a Great Dane is? I don't know.
Somebody said
You
a
gotta
Rottweiler
ask.
is.
You gotta
They
ask
said
Caveman about the Great Dane.
they said
What's in that
they
shit?
said a Rottweiler is a Mastiff.
It is.
So is that what a Rottweiler is considered, a Mastiff type?
Yeah.
I thought it was a cattle dog.
It does cattle work. And it pulls what's them shits? It pulls the milk carts. Milk carts. That's what it used to do back in the day.
And now,
In
okay,
the
tell me
guard.
this: what looks like a Rottweiler, but it's not a great it's not a Saint Bernard, but it looks more like a Rottweiler, but it's more hairier.
What, they got the colors of the rot?
Tibet to Mastiff.
Yes. No.
Nah,
It's the
he
other one.
talking about that.
Oh, I know. I think I know what he's talking about.
Bill, it starts with I think it would a B.
Bernese. A Bernese
No,
Mastiff.
it Belgian Wilder or some shit like that, or some shit, right? It looked like a Rottweiler.
You sure it's not a Bernese Mastiff? It's black, brown, black, tan, and white. And it's mad
I
fluffy
know what you-
like a Saint Bernard and shit.
Yeah, maybe, but I think it has
And them
another.
shits,
It's
'cause
another
they jump
breed.
out of helicopters and shit like that
Tony
in the
said
water.
Bernese Mountain Dog.
No. You're that dog looked more like the giant schnauzer. I know what you're talking about, but there's another dog that looks like a Rottweiler, but it's like I want to say like it sounds like Budweiser or some shit.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, there that
Something
look.
like
we
Buzzing
talking about these dogs for hours, nigga.
like
It's not a
Buzzing
call-
Hounds.
Yeah, and they got the tail.
Hudson.
It looks like a Rottweiler with the tail. You know when they don't dock the tail, it looks like that.
Got
you know
that
what I mean?
fluffy ass tail and shit.
Yeah, a little bit more rougher texture. Yeah, nigga. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But
It's like something.
I don't know, man. I just feel like
yeah, I know what
I just feel like you cannot put your own sauce into something and have it and name it exactly what it is. You can't do that, man. You gotta put your own. You gotta put
Your
your brand on
name
that shit
on
because
that shit. Yeah.
that's false. That's false advertisement. But then
Well,
again, if it gets popular, then people don't say nothing. But
okay,
then when
but hold on though. But then it's like it's a two-edged sword against us though, because there's different variances of dogs. Period. Because everybody got their own version based off of their own region. Just like how we learned about the Malawal and what they what was the like the overall. It was called a Central Shepherd or something like that. They was calling all
Caucasian
Continental.
Shepherd,
what they call
Continental shepherd.
mountain something.
no
Nah.
the different
Continental.
yes, continental shepherds. So they were calling the German shepherds, Dutch shepherds, all the shepherds. They called them continental shepherds before they actually named them a specific name. They were all under one umbrella. So even though they all do the same thing for the most part, those particular Malawals, each region had their own variant. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I say we have to be okay with variances, because somebody might have wanted a bigger Doberman pincher. That's why they threw that Great Dane in it, because maybe they wanted to tackle a bigger man, because the men that they was out in their region was fucking stomping on them damn Dobermans that was 65 pounds. So maybe that was the reason why they threw the Great Dane in it. There's a reason why these guys put these variants in there, and there's a reason why there's variances in all these different breeds. You know what I'm saying? It's just now we're able to look it up and find out why. So, like we do a series called Modern Dog Marvels. You know what I'm saying? Where we go dig deep into breeds and then we find out the what's, the where's, and the whys. You know what I'm saying? That's how we found out about the Malawal. That's how we found out about the Pit Bull Terrier. So maybe we should do one on the Doberman Pinscher one day.
Word.
Man.
Gotta be dope.
And then we can find out all the reasons why, all the different variants, who did it, why they did it, all the shit.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope as fuck.
But
That'd be dope as fuck.
The next one we got to do is the Patterdale and the Yacht Terrier.
Yeah.
We got to do that one next.
Yeah.
We'll do that one on next Thursday. We'll do that one next Thursday. Hey, Bendo, did you get a chance to watch the Modern Marvels we did on the American Pit Bull Terrier?
Nope. I did not.
Did you get a chance to watch the Modern Dog Marvels that we did on the Belgian Malinois and the Dutch Shepherd?
My nigga, I chime in, and it's like maybe I could have chimed in that episode, but then
you didn't watch the whole thing. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know which one, but yeah. But what the Pit Bull?
Yeah, we did the Modern Marvels. We did the Modern Dog Marvels on the Pit Bull. We broke that motherfucker down to his basic chromosome and brought it all the way back to the fucking current dogs today. We broke that whole shit down.
We made our own pit bulls.
And then we made our own pit bull too. We actually made our own pit bull from scratch, Pit Bull 2.0. We did a classroom making a pit bull. We did that too.
Nigga, I'm telling you, you gotta expand your horizons. Everybody knows what a Doberman, everybody knows what a Dalmatian, everybody knows what a German Shepherd, everybody knows what a Kangal, Great Dane, Rottweiler. Pit Bulls don't have a set standard. And look, because you know why? Everybody had their own little gumbo and going on. What made them a pit bull was certain attributes they were seeking for in these animals that they were producing. And that's what made them a pit bull. You could get with the fuck those Jack Terriers. Those are terriers.
Hell yeah.
You breed that Jack Terrier to a Bull Terrier to a Pit Bull, fire ass shit. What? Back to a Patterdale? What? Who would that? You don't think what we think about people back in the day? They will never say that, because first of all, people are probably dead now, and and third of all, people are just. It's like, I don't know if it's an ego check or an ego trip where they're not willing to accept that a pit bull is not a purebred dog. A pit bull was labeled a pit bull through its attributes and what it possessed in that pit. And that's why pit bull enthusiasts.
Hey, Bando, you definitely got to go back and watch our modern dog marvels of the American Pit Bull Terrier. You will love it. We broke that shit we broke that shit so far down, man, and built it all the way back up. Everything you saying and then some is in that show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything you and salute therapy, emotional support dog. We have a rule, by the way, my brother. Since you're new, we have to see you in our chat. We've had some people come in, try to come on our panel and do some weirdo shit. We don't allow that. So we got to see you multiple times, participate in the chat like you're doing, to know that you're really here for the dogs. And then we'll allow you on the panel based off of your participation. Just know that. So I saw you in the back, but that's our rule, just to kind of vet you, see if you really here for the dogs or you here on some bullshit. But if you're here for the excuse me, for the dogs, much love and respect. Great to have you. You know what I'm saying? We will allow you on the panel once we vet you and know that you're really here for the dogs and not for no bullshit. So just know that. So just, participate like you're doing. It's all love. Don't think I ignored you for no reason. It was for a reason. But at the same time, thank you for showing up and participating, brother. You know what I mean? But yeah, maybe we have to do that one. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's what Bando was just talking about, something that I didn't know until you brought it to my attention, Ready? About the Doberman.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the variances because it's like I said, it's like if I bought me a Doberman. Remember how I broke down to y'all, I think it was last week when we were talking about the military and, in Europe, the military being, those guys out there in Europe who do those Malinois and German Shepherds and all them dogs, and how the military is their like number one customer. And because, those guys come out there and spend that bag, they'll do whatever the military want for them dogs. Whatever they want them to produce, they don't want to lose that bag.
Right.
So, and how I was telling you guys how, when they were getting these Malinois and some of them was too small or some of them was too overboard and they needed a temperament to change. Those breeders over there was mixing all kind of shit. And the guy who was the buyer knew they was mixing dogs and they were okay with it. They knew they was mixing mastiffs in there, pit bulls in there, these different dogs to build the Malinois for the military. So those are different variances, even though they didn't have to disclose that. If you're a buyer and the dogs were smaller, all of a sudden now, 3 years later, they're bigger, and you're a dog man because you buy dogs, they trust you to buy dogs. You're going to ask them, you mixing these dogs over this? How you get this dog taller?
Word.
You're going to ask them that. And because you got a relationship with them guys, they're going to tell you, like, we done through Mastiff and all this shit. They don't give a fuck. We got to brag. You know what I mean? They test. We came here with the money. We got to leave here with dogs. So we understand that over here in this classroom. Yes, it baffles you when you find out the truth. But me as a dogman engineer, you all who engineer dogs know that if you've bred a family of dogs that are only one way, and let's say somebody in another region wants your type dog, but they want them to be bigger. But if you only bred them, you could only produce what you only have on your yard.
Right.
But if you're an engineer, we're gonna go and throw some, come on, y'all we can't be naive in this classroom, man. We're not naive. We gonna throw, we need a bigger dog. We might throw a bigger German Shepherd in there, try that one and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to keep the phenotype like the Mao, and we throw that German Shepherd in there, and then our clients come and they're like, okay, that's cool, but that's not big enough. Like shit, that's what you're gonna be doing. But guess what happens when you do these type of things, right? You get these variances, and they might come out to be more superior than the original. They might.
Yep.
They might not. You know what I mean? So I'm okay. I'm okay with the variances because I understand if there's a reason why I need a variance, I'm going to make me a variance. I'm not going to be like, well, that's all I got. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? You
I
know,
like them too. I call it evolution.
I can agree with that.
Word.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And therapy, emotional adults, but a lot of things is for the money. And if I was them boys overseas and the U.S. government is buying my dogs, whatever you want, sir, yes, sir. That's how I am. What? Oh, you want my dogs to be bigger? Can you give me about 3 years? You will? Yes, sir. No, yes, sir. I'll get it done, sir. What? I'm getting the contract. They spending, you know what I'm saying? I can't
buying the whole litter.
No,
Shit.
ready. I can't supply them enough dogs.
Nope.
They're coming. They if my shit is up to standard, they're buying everything, man. What you want, sir? Yes, sir. For the bag, oh yes, sir. He said that's not evolution. Well, as a breeder, your program this again, okay, so therapy emotional support dog. Our channel on Thursday, this is a classroom base. This is a high performance working dog channel. The only way you can create better dogs at a high level is to evolve. You will never ever create a dog that's better than last year's or last breedings if you're not evolving in your program. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way with performance dogs. It doesn't. So us as breeders or us as artists or us as dogman engineers, we like to call ourselves, we're always thinking about how we can evolve and make our dogs better. And if I keep line breeding, or if we keep line breeding, inbreeding, there's a thing that they call inbreeding depression. And we don't want that. So guess what? We're going to have to go outside the box to create the circle. The circle is the continuation of progression in performance. So that's why you tend to add different things into your lines to create evolution, or what they like to call hybrid vigor.
Yeah.
So, when you hear, military men who buy dogs for the government, and they got these specific breeders that they deal with, and they tell you as a breeder, like, hey man, the military need them dogs bigger, man. We about to go to your competitor over there in fucking Holland and shit. You think I'm gonna lose that contract?
Hell no.
Fuck no, I ain't losing that contract. It's gonna be evolution in my program. I guarantee it, Ty. I guarantee we gonna evolve for the money. And I guarantee for me, and I know my competitor got bigger ones, because that's what my buyer just told me. Hey, I'm gonna go Holland. Holland got bigger ones than you. We need those. So if you can't do that, I got this bag. It's called the U.S. government. We going over there because we need them dogs. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it done. God damn it! I know I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it done. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? He said hybrid vigors from he said hot, but high. I think the best hybrid vigors from 2 purebred lines. That's fine. I mean, if that's what you experienced, then salute to you on that. You know what I mean? I mean, we don't know how hybrid vigor is going to produce until you cook it up. You know what I'm saying? So if you try 2 purebreds and you get the best hybrid vigor, cool. If you try 2 different breeds and you get the best hybrid vigor, cool. Whatever is going to give you the best in your eyes, we promote that. Other than that, You know what I'm saying? It's a hypothesis. You never know until you cook it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So we all for different variances of cooking because that's what we are. We're engineers. You know what I mean? Ain't no one way to cook the best dog. You got to use every method. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you know what I'm saying? It's just a freestyle. We don't freestyle shit over here. You know what I'm saying? We actually know what we're doing, but at the same time, we don't know what we're gonna get.
50-50.
I mean, it's a dice roll. It's called a genetic lottery. Hey, therapy, emotional dog support. If you can, man, since you're new to the channel, man, go, man. We got so much classroom shit. Go from episode 1 all the way up. But we did a master class on how thoroughbred horse racing relates to high performance dog competition dog breeding. You should watch that one, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, they talk about hybrid vigor. They talk about all that. They talk about everything on there. And I broke it down in our classroom, man. A lot of good information, man. You'll love it. If you like to learn some shit, you love this channel. So we break it all the way down and we build it all the way back up because that's what we do. We engineers, man. Hey, shout out to my brother, the council. He made it on the show, my brother. That's right. Salute to you, the council. Much love and respect. But anyway, back to the topic, man. You know what I'm saying? We went off on a tangent, but we know it's all good. You know what I mean? We can get back on it, but it all plays. It's all relative. You know what I'm saying? It's all relative. It all plays. And, you know, I'm grateful for Bando coming on, you know, I mean, and speaking his mind. And he definitely got a progressive program. He definitely got sauce. You know, he definitely know what he's doing with his dogs. Got a lot of respect for you, Bando. Keep doing you, man. And I know we're all grateful for you participating in the chat and also participating on the panel. However, go back and watch that full episode of Modern Dog Marvels of the American Pit Bull Terrier. Go watch that shit. Lots of information. But anyway, the work. Now, you know how the coach do. I speak with authority because I speak on my own example. Okay, that's what gives me authority in the classroom when I speak to y'all as the coach. Because everything I'm talking to you guys about is something that I've done and did. So the work part of this, no days off. No fucking days off. I don't care if you're sick. I don't care if you're injured. I don't care if you're just not feeling right. You know what I mean? I don't care if you got an emotional breakdown. I don't care if you're depressed. Regardless of your worldly environmental situations that you experience in your life on a day-to-day basis, there's no days off.
Or dogs don't understand that shit
at all. Shit got to get cleaned up. Dogs got to get fed. Dogs need to be out. It's a lot of work. The work don't stop, like I always used to say, and I still say it in my own reality, but the work, and more work 3 times never stops. Okay. And then, you know, no vacations unless you got somebody you trust that can watch your dogs.
That's hard.
No vacations and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it sounds good, but, you know, hey, you all dogs. Because who's going to watch your dogs better than you?
No one.
And especially when you're dealing with dogs that we're talking about already, the dogs that we're talking about, chat, the high performance level, high drive dogs, high athleticism, you know, high IQ, you know, all the shit at the maximum, everything on 10 up, energy wise, you know, performance wise, genetic characteristics wise, everything. It's a certain level of dog man or dog woman that can really control that type of energy and manage it. And, you know, you can't really trust anybody with it because at the end of the day, that's what we choose. If we're building a high performance working dog program, we're choosing the best of the best, you know, and that's not easy to deal with. So, you know, vacations is damn near minimal, if any. the losses that you will achieve, and I say it
Mm,
because the losses are achievements, right? It's like, you know, like when you play your video games and you got these different levels that you achieve, you know,
yeah,
when you deal with a high performance working dog program and you got lions and tigers and bears, oh my type energy, and you deal with losses because of a kennel accident or a dog doing something to itself or whatever, dog having heat stroke and all these type of things that happen to these performance dogs, those are achievements in the level of our understanding and learning when we have a high performance working dog. That's an actual achievement, all the losses.
yeah,
And I hate to say it like that, but it's reality. Yeah.
we get to fix those mistakes.
Fix them. And we gotta and then we have to learn how to handle them.
How to
You know,
handle them.
you
Yeah.
know how many times I cried, and I'm a strong man emotionally, and I was MFing and angry, and I was carrying that spiritual anger and just emotion for like months when I used to lose dogs or have litters that I lost puppies and only got one puppy or lost them all, or when I had to put down dogs because they had palametra
Mm,
and I had to put down dogs that have palametra with my puppies in them that I
yeah,
spent
that's
money on to get them TCI'd, and I spent money on the sperm. And because she had palametra during her pregnancy, I had to fucking put her and my puppies down. All the law, I can just go on and on about the emotional distress of this lifestyle that I had to learn how to cope with. And then because I learned it and I was able to cope because it was a part of it and I accepted it being a part of this type of lifestyle of having a high performance working out program.
yeah,
Okay. I learned to accept it. That's an achievement
yeah,
on my behalf. That was hard to be able to mourn over a loss and suck it up at the end of the day. Like, oh, it's done. Why you dwelling on it? The next day, my mind had to say, stop dwelling on it, nigga. How many losses have you already had? What's new? I had to psych myself out mentally. Like, what's new? Another
word.
loss? Why are you crying?
Plus, it's other dogs. The other dogs don't know that. What's
You know,
they
dogs are
know,
crazy.
but you still gotta take care of them, yeah.
You got to take care of them. But you know, you don't want to walk around and give your wife an
Yeah,
attitude and give your
moping and
kids an
shit.
attitude and whoever else is around you, you know, you just mad and angry and shit. And you know, it's like, come on, man. You know, I had to learn how to deal with it and
Yeah,
accept it. That took a lot of work emotionally and mentally on my behalf, being honest with y'all, because I'm looking at the money that I lost.
word.
No productions that I was able to achieve and get off of that investment. The emotional bond that I had with that animal that now is gone. The burying your investment and seeing it stiff as a fucking board and you got to carry that motherfucker and bury it. I mean, this is a part of
It's all a part of it.
this is the sacrifices that we gotta. This is the mental work that you gotta be able to put in and the emotional work that you gotta be able to put into cope with having a highest level program that you envision. It's still a vision of mine. Ready? It's still a vision of mine, chat. I haven't accomplished it yet. I'm not accomplished in it. I have a resume though. I have experience, but I'm not accomplished. I have a lot more work to do. A lot more sacrifices to make.
Yeah.
To accomplish my goal when it's all said and done.
It's a lot of time.
Man, years. Ready? Many moons, chat. We got to see the forest from the trees when you really pursuing this dog shit at the highest level. You got to have an open mind as an engineer. You can never be closed-minded because you will never achieve the highest level when it comes to this fucking working dog shit. When it comes to high performance competition type working dogs, if your mind is closed in a box, you will never excel at the highest level, ever. If you're not always learning, even if it's foreign to you what you hear, but your curiosity is what fucking intrigues you enough to say, well, let me see what they're talking about. Let me just pay attention to what they're saying and take some notes. And then when you come to a roadblock, you will be reminded of somebody who thought outside the box as an engineer. You're like, you know what? Now I know why that motherfucker did that. Now it makes sense to me. Now I'm going to use it. Then you use it, it fixes your problem. Now you're grateful that you was a thinker that was outside the box. I'm telling you guys, me as an example to you guys, as a fucking top tier dog man, top tier program, all the shit, I do it at the highest level. My whole life, I do everything at the highest level. But you know why I do it? Because I'm willing to work the hardest. I'm willing to lay it all on the line. I'm willing to fall on my own sword. How many of you fuckers are willing to take your sword that you slay the world with and fall on it? As you give it, you could take it. I'm one of those type of soldiers. I'm one of those type of individuals in the world. So with that being said, the standard is Mission Impossible Tom Cruise for me.
Shit.
But what that does, when you have a standard like that, it humbles you. It humbles a talented motherfucker. That God bless you with talent. You know, you can get flamboyant when you're talented. But it comes easy when things just kind of work out with your talent. But when your standard is so high that your talent is not enough, it humbles you. When you lose and it hurts your feelings and you feel like you're lesser than, but it's a part of the process, humbles you, man. Like, motherfucker, what? You ain't supposed to lose. Yeah, you put in the most work, but you ain't supposed to put in more work. Yeah, everybody can kind of get it there. They put in mediocre work and they kind of got it, but they kind of got it as not your got it.
Word.
So you crying and complaining because you got to put in more work? You know this shit don't stop. You know you're going to take more L's than you get wins on this journey.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's why I said any athlete that's at the top of his game would tell you this shit. And because we're not dealing just with ourselves, right? See, we're dealing with God's creation. I can control myself to a degree. You know what I'm saying? To a degree. I wish I can get 100% control over myself. And with God's power and God's will and God's, blessing and grace, I'm working on that to get full control to where I can just, everything I do, I got full Janet Jackson over it. You know what I'm saying? But you know how it is. Life pulls you here, pulls you there, situations take you out of yourself. We're not talking about that, but we're talking about dogs. We're only assisting God with dogs. Okay? When we put two dogs together, we're just assisting God's creation. It's in God's hand what comes out of that production. You know what I mean? We only just taking it's a hypothesis, like Bando said in the lab. It's our hypothesis. Okay, I'll take this there. I'll take this dog. I'm looking for 3 generations back. Okay, cool. So I know top and bottom. and I know all the genetic characteristics. So, my hypothesis says about 50%, like you said already, I should probably get what I want, 50-50. Roll the dice. Woo! But it's still a roll of the dice at the end of the fucking. I don't care how smart I am in the lab. It's still a roll of the dice. That's why I think the way I do. That's why I encourage you all to think the way I do, which is think outside the box to make the circle. Okay? The circle is the continuation of the process. We need to continue the process of making better dogs at the highest level. We don't ever want to be in a fucking box. Ever. Shout out to Chris, man. Chris said that's true. TESD, the best hybrid vigor comes from purebred lines. Diversity kills consistency. Without consistency, your chances of hybrid vigor diminishes. Okay, Chris, we already did a class on that, Chris. And the class said that the best hybrid vigor possibility is 2 different dogs from different breeds. Gives you the highest level of genetic diversity. That's what we learned in the class already. So if you have the ability, classroom, to do both, test it. That's what the coach always teaches y'all. Test them both. You know what I've done, Chris? I've tested them both, Chris. And I agree with the ones that I've done that was of different breeds produced the freaks. I agree with that part. But test it, Chris. Test it, therapy, emotional support dog, so that you know. That's the only way you know. You have to test it. If you are an engineer like me, and you have the ability to have multiple type dogs, purebred, outcross dogs, line bred dogs, different breeds of dogs, you have a vision to fucking cook all kinds of ways, cook it up and then find out yourself. Then take your notes. Then you take your notes and then you see which ones is. But what I've experienced is the further away from the genetics profile, the more explosive the genetic combination is, the more vigor you get. That's my experience. I can only speak for myself. And, when I did my studies, ChatGPT confirmed what I said. So, but that's neither here or there. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. But again, I always tell you guys, we're engineers. Test them all. Use them all. You know what I mean? Every technique breeding, use every technique. Because there's a reason why I would inbreed. There's a reason why I'm going to line breed. There's a reason why I'm going to outcross. There's a reason why I'm going to take 2 different purebreds, because there's a reason why I want those 2 different purebreds together, and I want to use that as an outcross. There's a reason why that I'm going to take a whole different breed to another different breed. Like, there's reasons why, and we should use all of them in our genetic portfolio.
Yep.
Okay? That's what I teach y'all. I teach you guys that. So again, don't just say, Chris, just don't just say, this is the only way you get the best, because that's not true. Because if that was true, then that's how everybody would just do it. That's not true. That's not that. Why would there be people who make these breeds that we love, taking all kind of different breeds and mix them together to make their breeds? Why, if I needed a bigger Doberman, would I take a Greyhound, or not a Greyhound? What do you say?
Great Dane.
And throw it in there, right? Why? In Belgium, they got all these different variances of Malinois bred certain type of ways. Like, there's reasons why people do what they do and how they do it, and it's okay that they do it. And again, we should not. Again, I'm teaching you guys to not think in a box when it comes to this shit. Do it all. So I would never just say, oh man, you can only get the best hybrid vigor from taking two purebreds to purebred. I will never teach y'all that, ever. I'm gonna tell y'all, try it all. Try it all. do it all. So I digress. Exactly, Tony. Exactly. We learned that in the classroom when we did the motherfucking modern no, it was a master class with fucking thoroughbred horse racing and high performance working dogs. We learned that with thoroughbred. Yep. We learned that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, y'all. Come on, man. I'm not just look. One thing about me, all you guys, okay, in here, you guys are all smart. I want you guys to use your brains. I love y'all participating, but listen, we need to accept that there are no absolutes, just like Tony says, and we need to try everything. So that's why I say try it all. I'm not going to say this one's going to produce the best or that one's going to produce the best. I can only go off of what I'm cooking and how I'm cooking and what I see. And then I use them all accordingly. Accordingly. If I don't want nothing different and I want to just have the same breeds, and I got you, let's say, Chris, that you got a breed that I got that's totally different family-wise, but I don't want to deviate from that phenotype and genotype, then yeah, I'm gonna fuck with you, Chris. And we're gonna get a level of hybrid vigor. We'll get a level of it. Okay. But it's not gonna be higher than if I took, like, for example, if I took AK and you got an AK type dog, but from a different family, and I want to keep that style of dog, I'm fucking with you, Chris. Because we know we're gonna get hybrid vigor, and I'm gonna get it, and whatever that gives me. But I know for a fact if I take AK to a Malinois, it's gonna be a higher level of vigor than me taking AK to a purebred fucking AK from another family. I already know it. I already know it is. Chris, I know it is. I've done it. I know it is. You can't tell me no what. You can't tell me not that it's not gonna work. Because I've done it with different breeds and different dogs. I done did all kind of shit. Band dogs. I did an AK-74 band dog. I done did all kind of different type of breeds with different breeds and purebred, a pit bull to a pit bull. I done did all kind of shit. So I done seen the levels, and I get it, but I'll use it for what I needed to use it for, and that's what you guys got to do. Do your breedings to get what you want to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? There's not no one is what to say. It's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to breed a dog. There's more than one way to get a level of vigor. You know what I'm saying? And it's based off of what you guys want. And we as engineers, we use them all. We don't shun this and we don't shun that. We don't only do it this way. No, that's not what we do over here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why we don't do that is because who knows, like the way you cook, Chris, and the way you cook, Reddy, the way you cook, Bando or Chat, the way I cook, all of our different ways that we cook, you can produce a superior dog. Reddy, you can produce a superior dog. I can produce a superior dog, bred differently, and we can bring them together and produce even greater.
Yep.
Even greater. Okay, so look, Tony. Therapy, emotional support. When you say mongrel,
like a mutt,
that's a mutt. A mutt is a dog that's randomly put together. A mutt is a dog that is in your neighborhood fucking on anything it fucking sees. That's a mutt. Over here, we don't fuck with mutts. We don't deal with mongrels. We're strategic. Just like every dog man or dog woman who put together the breeds that you love today or that you might not even know about. They were breeding different dogs to different dogs. They weren't making mongrels. They were making breeds. So we don't do mongrels over here, brother. We engineers, man. We don't do mutts. Everything we do is calculated, thought out. We dealing with the best dogs. We ain't dealing with no shitty dogs. You know what I'm saying? We got real programs. We got real vision, and we got a real end result. Hopefully, God willing, the end result is what it is. But we don't deal with mongrels. So, yeah, if you freestyle your shit, you don't know what you're doing, then, yeah, maybe you are a mutt breeder. Maybe you making mongrels, but nah, man. And another thing, too, I'm speaking for me. I love genetic variances. Me. You know why I love genetic variances? I don't want all my dogs looking the same. Because I love all the genetic characteristics from 3 generations back. I want to see that in all my puppies. I don't want to see the same shit. Me. Because if I know all the genes that I paid for 3 generations top and bottom, and I respect it all, that's why I paid top tier dollar for them. I want to see the variances in all my puppies. I love that. Me. Because somebody might not want all my dogs to be fucking 120 pounds. Let's say if I had 120. Somebody might want a 75-pound one.
Yeah.
Somebody might want it to be a different look. Somebody might want the personality to be a little bit different. Like I love genetic variants. Now, if you're doing show dogs and you're a show dog breeder and you want your dogs to be looking a certain type of way for the show, then I can understand that if that's what you want in your program. Then you need to do, if that's the type of breeder that you might be, then you need to do a lot of inbreeding. You need to do a lot of that shit. Okay. That's not how you make freaks of nature, though. You don't make freaks of natures by inbreeding. It doesn't work that way. Nah. So you're going to get a variance if you have genetic diversity in your lab and you respect the genetic characteristics. You're going to get that variance and you're going to be okay with it because you're going to test your dogs and you're going to, respect what you get out of the genetics, because the dog that you might like the way it looks might not perform the way you want it to perform. But that dog that kind of looks might perform better than you even expected.
Yeah.
Am I going to throw that dog that don't look the way I want out the window because I'm looking for? No, I'm taking that performance dog. Yes, I am. So, yeah, like I said, our philosophy is a little bit different over here. Remember, this is a classroom environment. And I said you knew, so I'm glad that you participate too. I respect that. But this is a classroom environment over here, man. We engineers, bro. You know what I'm saying? We engineers. We're not box thinkers, man. We really actually doing it. And we thinking it, we're studying it, we're trying it, we're applying it, we're testing it. Yeah. So genetic variance is fine, especially when you're dealing with, hybrid vigor. You're not gonna get no lookalikes dealing with hybrid vigor.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? No. It's all love. No, it's all love, man. No, it's all therapy, emotional support. It's all love. It's all love. I'm just, speaking. And the one thing about me that I always tell my brothers and stuff like that, like, please don't take what I say personal as far as my tone. I'm an old school coach, man. You know what I'm saying? So I might curse, I might, talk loud, I might talk with passion, but it's, we all men, we all, you know what I'm saying? We like our dogs over here, man. So it's like, we don't take the aggressive tone personal. And I don't want to, you're new here. So I just want to let you know, I talk like that. I get kind of aggressive in my tone, but it's not to be anything disrespectful to you. Like I told you, I appreciate you participating. I want y'all to, I don't shut nobody up unless you're being disrespectful. Other than that, you've been nothing but respectful, got great conversation. So no disrespect. That's what I'm saying. No disrespect and no disrespect taken. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know how we get down over here because you're new. You know what I'm saying? So you might not necessarily know, you know what I'm saying? But I encourage all of us to participate, and we all do. I don't, everybody got something to bring to the table. However, my authority in the classroom is that what I'm teaching y'all, I do. It's not, what I'm saying is I'm just not speaking just because, I learned something on ChatGPT or I learned something from listening to somebody. No, I'm actually telling you guys something that I actually do, and I'm doing, I'm pursuing, and I can relate because I can speak on it. So that's where it is. You know what I mean? So, that's where my validity comes. You feel me? But, no disrespect. Much love and respect. Anything else we want to add, Reddy? Because at the end of the day, I don't know how many people really is willing to put in the work to have this level of program. I don't see many people even qualified to even think they can have a high performance working dog program. I just don't see it. I don't see it, man. I don't see it, man. Not in today's time. You know what I mean? It's too easy to talk about this shit. It's just too easy to talk about it, and it's too easy to dig in the crates and talk about things of the past, like things of the past is today. And I'm so grateful that, you know, man, I just got awareness. I just got awareness, and I'm humble enough to study, and you know, and I look at life itself and how everything progressive. They got an iPhone 17 out now. You know what I mean? Like, everything progressive. Every car you get, it progresses, and they're not talking about iPhone fucking 10 when it comes to the iPhone 17, and they're not talking about the 2002 Corvette like they're talking about the 2025 ZR1 that's about to come out that costs damn near almost 300,000, whatever it costs. I mean, what? They're not talking about that shit. Why the fuck is we talking like that when it comes to these high performance working dogs?
I think I seen one of them shits today. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, I wish I could
All black. That shit was fire. That shit looked like a crazy supercar.
I wish I could have one so bad.
Oh man.
I'm a Corvette enthusiast. I wish I could afford one, But see, that's the theory I put on the dogs, y'all. That's why our lane is new, because we can pay respect and give honor to the fallen legends when it comes to our dogs. Respect and honor. I got a shrine of ashes of all my dogs that I consider legendary. And my wife wish I didn't have it, but that's just me. That's my shit. You know what I'm saying? I got the ashes and I got them up there, and it's a shrine for me. You know what I mean? Their spirits with the Lord and their ashes are with me. But when I look at them, I'm not like, oh, I'm going to make another you. Oh, I don't know. You had your day.
Word.
You had your time, and I thank you for it. And I got your DNA in my offspring, but I'm not thinking about you when I'm thinking about the 2025 version of my dogs today. There's no fucking way. Why am I an engineer if I'm making old shit? What good am I to my dog of the past if I'm not making better than him or her? What good am I? I ain't shit.
Yeah.
To me, ready? I ain't shit.
I'm failing the game. I'm failing your dog.
Failing my dogs. I'm failing me. It's a waste of my fucking time and my money and my resources. It's a waste. Sacrifice. Yeah, I'm wasted. It's a waste, man. What? What kind of pat on the back am I getting? Because I'm doing the Return of the Living Dead of my dogs from 20 years ago. This is me talking. You know what I mean? I don't get no thrill off of that. There's no motivation for me to keep going and keep pushing to make the same old fucking dog over and over again. That's me. But what motivates me is I want to make better, and I want them faster, and I want them stronger, I want them smarter, I want to do more, I want to change this, I want to change that. That's what keeps me motivated in this shit. And that's what makes the work harder and harder and harder. It's going to take more time. It's going to take more money and more sacrifice.
Yeah. It's all part of it.
How many of you all are willing to put in that level of work, have that level of passion, put in a level of sacrifice to keep raising the bar, to keep going in the lab, trying it all over and over? Even if it don't work the way you want it, try a different way. Don't do it the same way. Try a different way. If you can't get what you want to progress out of your family of dogs, go get a different dog. If you can't find the same breed type to give you what you want out of the level, because those other dog families aren't on your level as a dog man and your family of dogs, then guess what you do? You do what the OGs did. You go get you another breed and add it to your shit. You ain't got to lie about it. It's your shit. You're doing it for the progression of your lines, of your family of dogs. You're doing it for the progression of that. That's why you do it. Who gives a fuck what anybody else got to say about what you added? Who gives a fuck? They won't even know unless you tell them if you're good at it. Because like we talked about, I can add something in it, and because I keep everything, I'll have a dog that look just like the phenotype that it came from, and you wouldn't even know I added something different in there. I know how to do that. You know why the coach knows how to do that? Because I like genetic variance. And I keep the majority of my shit when I do my F1s. That's how I know how to do that. And I'll show you a dog that looked exactly like the breed type, but you won't even know I fucking did an F1 breeding. I added a whole different breed in there. You wouldn't even have a fucking clue. You wouldn't. But, you know, over here, we don't lie to each other over here. We tell the truth over here because we engineers, right? We ain't got to lie. I mean, you know what I added to that? I'll blow your mind. That's why I'd rather blow your mind. You know I added a fucking da-da-da-da to that. What? You can't even tell. Right. That's why I'll be like, right. I'll be like this. Right. You can't even tell, huh? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's what engineers. That's how we talk. We ain't got a lot of kicking over this motherfucker. But again, you will only raise your bar for your program if you think like this. And then that will motivate you to keep going because now you get to see a variant that you ain't never seen that will motivate you. You be like, damn it, I ain't never seen that. Damn, I ain't never had a dog like this. I got some great dogs, but damn, this dog blew my mind. Like you will really be like blown away. And then it will motivate you to keep going. And it'll invigorate your fucking creativity. Trust me. And another thing I'd encourage you guys to do, okay, if you guys have the space and time and money, get a different breed of dog, especially if you guys are into working dogs and perform. Fall in love with another breed. Just don't have one breed. Get you some different shit so you can open up your fucking dog man palette. Trust me. Me having all these different breeds and seeing them in person, you know, now, you know what I mean? Now I can't be, I'm not biased to a breed anymore. I'm just not. Because I see things in all breeds that, because remember, even though that dog is that dog, it's the spirit of that dog that really makes the dog.
Yep.
It's what's inside that animal that really makes the animal. So you might have a different breed and you might be so used to your breed types and how they perform. And, you happy with that. It's good. Then you have another one and you see their breed type, but then you see the spirit in it. Then you see it outperforming your shit. You like, what the, it blows your mind. Which is motivating to us who need mental stimulation. I love mental stimulation. That's why I like to learn. I love to sit back and watch my dogs show me themselves. I like that. I'm very observant. But if I was just a one-trick pony in my lab, I would never know any better. And I would be very naive and ignorant to dogs. And a lot of individuals, no disrespect, we're just talking real, are very ignorant when it comes to dogs. Shout out to you, Reddy. You teach me a lot. Because Reddy schools me on all these different type dogs. And because I'm a connoisseur, I don't be like, oh man, Reddy, I don't give a fuck about those dogs. No, I'm like, what? It intrigues me. My nephew was the same way. He the one that put me on the Chinese red dog, Reddy. He had a Yak Terrier. He was the same way.
Oh, he had one of them?
Yeah, he had a Yak Terrier. Yeah, he bought one from overseas too.
Shit.
I know, man. I know. But he was inspired by me though. But he took it further. Because he was one all kind of different type breeds that I wasn't even thinking about. But because I appreciate dogs in general, especially working dogs, and then seeing a dog that I would have never even thought about perform, and it blows your mind. That's where that's where the spark comes. Like, oh shit, I might want one of those. Or do they have a bigger variant of that Yak Terrier? Here goes Ready. Coach, yeah. Oh shit. Okay, cool. Let me get one of those bigger ones. I might want to cross it into my pit bull.
Word.
So again, to play in this league that we've established here, the High Performance Working Dog League, us engineers, we have to be okay with change. We have to be okay with variance. We have to be okay with failure. We got to be okay with 50-50 on the dice roll. 50% chance it works, 50% chance it don't. And we okay with that. We got to be okay with people having outlandish mixes. That might be outlandish to us because we've never thought about it. But if we're dealing with an engineered dog man, then he or she must have thought about it. So if that's who we are dealing with, then we're not going to be like, hell nah. What the fuck you doing? Oh, that's a mongrel. Oh, that's a mutt. We ain't going to do that. And the reason why is because you never know. It's a fucking genetic lottery. You never know. You never know what that might produce. And like we said, if they didn't tell you what that dog was and that dog looked good and it performed great and we liked it, and then they told us and it shocked us, you'd be like, what the, we would have never even seen that dog if they didn't do that breeding. We would have never had our wig pushed back when they told us. And when that dog showed us too. They told us and the dog showed us. We're like, oh shit. That's the worst thing right there. Really. That will fucking crush your pride as a fucking top tier dog man. If a fucking mixed breed dog fuck the shit out of your fucking purebred perfection. Not literally, guys, right? But figuratively. And they told you what it was. You'd be, oh no, how? Well, they tried something that you wasn't willing to do. Which, of course, will make you have to put in more work to correct your shit or perfect your shit to get to that level where, maybe you can be the same on that level of dog or beat it. Shout out to Formula One Racing. Shout out to their structure. They got the driver's champion, and then they got the constructors championship. The constructors championship is for the engineers. You know that?
Mm.
The driver's championship is for the drivers to win. So the engineers get a championship. Because every fucking year, the cars have to follow they got a rule, they got parameters. They got parameters for the rules to make it fair. But the engineers and their ability to tweak and do what they do and make the best cars, they get rewarded for that. And the reason why they do that at the highest level of motorsports is because they don't want the fucking sport to get boring. They want you to keep coming out to see these fucking teams compete. If I keep making the winning car and you can't compete, ain't nobody gonna come and see the race. It's boring. Oh, you always win, eh? You always win.
Or
That's boring. No, they want to see you compete, like how they do in the NFL and NBA, how you can trade players, and same thing with the cars. You tweak cars, you can switch your engine out. Everybody got to play within the same rule, but certain engineers are better than others.
Yeah.
So every year, Formula One, they get better every year because, you know, now the motivation is for the engineer to keep getting better. Because guess what? Last year car, your opponent is studying your car. So they might do the same thing that you did, but guess what? If you stupid, you're going to keep your car the same. If you smart, you know they're going to be trying to fucking do what we did last year. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to make our last year's car better.
Yep.
Now, what if I kept using the same parts, using the same frequency, using the same shit that we used fucking 10 years ago, 20 years ago? You think I would ever be fucking progressive? You think come on, my opponents will fucking dust me.
Every time.
No, I got to go back to 2020 fucking schematics. You know, we had the best car in 2010 and shit. We got to go back to that schematics and shit. What? You would get fired. They'll fire your fucking ass. Like, get out of here, man. No, we don't need you, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You old school, nigga. What? You trying to resurrect a 2010 fucking Formula One car? The hell's wrong with you? That's how they would think.
Yeah.
But because you're really dealing with competition, and competition says it all. When you compete, it says everything. So if you're not competing against yourself, for one, you already lose. You already lose. Okay? Because you should start there. Compete against yourself. Okay? Push yourself. Push yourself. It's never good enough. Even if you accomplish that, what you wanted, it's still not good enough. That's how you got to start. Yeah. Then get into a league or some type of competition with your dogs. That's what the coach is about to do. I told you that's why I'm moving to the bull herder. Because now I can use my artistry and my gift to create the way I want to without nobody hating. I don't give a fuck if you hate anyway. But, you know, I'm in a league where motherfuckers know we doing that and we good with it. We good. The league is good with it. We good with it. So I can be honest and my competitors can be honest too. And we good with it. As a matter of fact, we encourage each other. I love that part. But then not only that, when I get out the lab, I can show you guys what I fucking cooked up and what I'm doing. I can show you my dogs is what it is. I can show you now. Now we can compete. Now the dogs can have their championships. And guess what? We can have our championships too as high performance dogman engineers.
Yep.
That's what I love. That's what I'm motivated for. That's what got my spark. That's what keeps me pushing forward and sacrificing all the money and time, effort. You know, man, that's what keeps my fucking fuel in my fucking tank. Now, instead of me just talking about it, instead of me just cooking it, instead of me just letting my dogs kind of go through the motions, instead of me just, doing the basics with my dog as far as conditioning, now I was like, okay, well, shit. The battle, the warrior, the drive, the smartness. Now we can take it to the field now.
Yep.
And now I can have my decoy tell me, damn, coach, that motherfucker damn near broke my arm through the suit.
Word.
Damn, coach, I done put so much on this fucking dog. This motherfucker took it all. Damn, coach, look at the structure of that dog. That dog print. Oh, look at the confidence in that dog. Oh, look, I can get that from a man telling me that, another competitor telling me that. Because that competitor experienced the vitality, the vigor, the performance of my dog himself or herself. So now, for me, it's like, okay, now it's time, because guess what? If I create a great dog in 2026 and I got a breeding for 2027, that dog is not going to be the same dog as the 2026 dog.
Right.
I'm not doing a breeding to create the same dogs. That's boring to me. You know what that means, Ready? More work, more time, more money, more sacrifices. How many, and I digress after this, how many people are willing to do all that? for a high performance working dog program. The highest of the high. The highest. This ain't mediocre. This ain't regular. This ain't good. This ain't great. This is the highest of the high. The best of the best. And what we talked about is the only way you will even get close to achieving it. And again, the highest of the highest perfection. We know the only thing that's perfect is the Most High God. So only thing that we should be doing is striving for it. As long as we as engineers are striving for that, we are doing our job. That's good enough. Because I guarantee you, all of us in our lab, because we know we're competing, it's like, fuck, next year we got to do better. Ready. We won 2025, ready. But guess what? We talking about how we're going to do better in 2026. That's what we're going to be talking about. Ready. That's what we're going to be talking about, ready. Chat. That's what we're going to be talking about. Yo, we won the championship, this year. But you know what? We start from zero next season. We got to get better. We got to get better. We got to get better. We got to work harder. You know what I'm saying? We got to get better DNA. You know what I'm saying? We got to get more DNA. We got to try this experiment. We got to try that experience. We got to do this cross. We got to do that cross. You know what I'm saying? We got to line breed because we need to tighten that up. Like, we're going to be talking about all that shit. All that shit. Reddy going to be like, hey, coach. Reddy going to be like this. Hey, coach, have you heard about this, dog? You know they got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, V, Y, N, Z. That's what he gonna A to Z. He gonna break it all the way down. I'm like, yo, guess what we gonna do? We gonna go over there and buy that. That's what we gonna do. Because you know what I'm thinking? I'm hoping that you, as a dog man, my competitor, is not thinking like Reddy just thought. That's what I'm hoping.
Facts.
And then I'm going to put that in my lab and we're going to cook with it. And we know it might not come out in 2026. It might not come out in 2027. We might just be working on that. Might be a prototype we working on. We're experimenting until it's ready. That's what engineers do. You think all these high-tech planes and shit that we see, that's cutting edge, you think that motherfucker was overnight?
Hell no.
All these cars, these concept cars that you see out, that's not no overnight shit. They've been working on that shit for years. Until it was time for it to be ready. Oh, it's ready. It's ready. Let's release it. It's ready. That's how it is with these dogs, man. And that's why it's so much work and so much time and so much money and so much sacrifice. Anything else you need to add, Reddy?
Sacrifice. Oh, shit. Yeah. Man. Killed that.
I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. I want you all to stay motivated. We do this on Thursday because this is the classroom. It's the only fucking classroom like it. Only one. And that's why it's only a few of us in here. And I'm so fine with that. I'm so fine with that. Because that's how it always been. It's saying in the Bible, for many are called, but few are chosen. I get it. I get it. And I accept it. Everything else, when we talk this type shit, it's over the fucking average Joe's fucking head. They can't comprehend it like Bando was trying to get. They can't comprehend the discussion because it's above your mental fucking pay grade. Your mentality is not there. You're not a creator. You're not an artist. You're not a free thinker. You're none of that shit. You're not an engineer. You're none of that shit. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. We're not downing you for that. But you better not disrespect us for being progressive thinkers and progressive dogmen. You better not disrespect us for being in the field, really doing this shit, being pioneers. Don't disrespect the real ones out here really doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just keep your mouth quiet and just pay attention, man. If not, just leave us alone. You know what I'm saying? We okay over here, man. We okay over here. And I want you guys to be okay with being different and doing your own thing. But please do not be closed-minded when you hear things that's out of your spectrum of imagination. Do not damper somebody else's light. Don't be that type of dog man or dog one. Don't do that, because we won't see these different variances that we might eventually want to add to our program. We might not see it if we damper other people's imaginary light when it comes to these dogs. If we damper their gift of imagination, don't do it. Please, y'all. Don't be that dog man. If you don't like it, just don't say nothing. Pay attention, though. Pay attention.
Shit.
What I do, I encourage them. Even though I wouldn't do it. I encourage them. Do it. A lot of dog men chime in my DMs. Hey, I got this cook. What you think? You know, what you think? What you think? What you think? I encourage them. I say, if that's what you want to do and you really studied it, do it. That's what I say. Why not? Because you know what? If I was talking to a dog man that I looked up to and I saw that dog man doing what I wanted to do, but I'm not there, but I have my own vision, I would hope that that dog man would tell me, do it. That's what I would have hoped.
Word.
Because then guess what? Ready? Guess what, chat? Then I could have learned and either got my victory or learned from my mistakes. Then I could have learned for myself, because that's the best way we learn, right? We learn for ourselves. That's the best way to learn. On the job training, they call it. So I want you to learn. I want you to get what you want at the end of the day, too. But if you get the loss, I want you to learn from that as well. Because talking about it is not experience, you guys and gals. Talking about it is commentating. And, you know, I don't know how many people's getting paid to commentate like Stephen A. Smith. Especially in these dogs. Okay.
Word.
Okay. So, you know, focus on the dogs, focus on your program, focus on being the best at what you do. Think outside the box to create the circle. And yeah, man, keep putting in that work and more work 3 times. Because it never stops. It never stops. Never. I digress. So let me give a shout out to the chat, man. Let me give a shout out to the chat, man. Hey, another great cook up again, right? Ready?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Plenty of class, man. Go back in time, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Put your headphones on. So much good fucking game we just be dropping. There's too much game on it. There's too much knowledge for us engineers, man. But it's never too much. But it is a lot. You know what I mean? Nothing like it. Nothing like it. But over here on Thursday nights. So we got Bill again. Big salute to you, my brother, man. Working Man Masters, my brother. Big salute to you, man. Bando, I appreciate you hopping in on the panel. Big salute to your brother. Show enough, who's the master? Show enough, my brother. I always appreciate your support, my brother. Cooper, appreciate you, my brother. Inquisitive Dejina, my brother. I appreciate you. Tony has done it again. It feels good, my brother. Tony, man, I appreciate your support as always. Rogue Wolf Project LLC, I appreciate you, my brother. Mills Kennels, my brother. He said, hey, coach, prayers up to the Most High, and definitely you. I just wanted to tell you I'm tuned in every Thursday faithfully. You have a knowledgeable platform and are paving the way in many ways, man. Hey, I appreciate you, Mills Kennels, man. I appreciate your support, man. And I appreciate you coming to the classroom, man, where you come out here to learn, man. We come out here to learn, man. We're not here to be entertained. Let's see what we got. Everybody else. I know I said Inquisitive Degen, man, but my brother Inquisitive Degen, man, I appreciate you as always. Cosmo Khan, Chief Aboriginal, my brother. I think this might be your first time on the line, man, in the classroom, man. I appreciate you showing up and chiming in, my brother. We got Therapy Emotional Support Dog. Hey, man. Hey, Therapy Emotional Support Dog. I think you had TESD. Thank you, man. Appreciate you participating too. You know what I'm saying? And so far, it seems like you might be legit. Come back in our classroom again if you can. You know, a couple more times, man. And I'll be more than happy to let you on the panel, my brother. Real shit. You know what I mean? But thank you, man. Thank you for participating and adding, man. My brother, the council, my brother, man. I got you. Hey, the council. You know I got you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know you got a real one on your squad, man. For life. You feel me? Who else we got, man, before I close out? Chris, my brother Chris, thank you for participating as always. Thank you for your knowledge, Chris, as always. Who else we got over here that I might have forgot? I know already you be catching me if I be missing somebody. But I think we might have everybody right now.
Yeah.
Oh, we got what's that? Taquan Bush. I think this is the first time.
Yeah, he's new.
Okay, salute to you, Taquan. Thank you for showing up, man. And chiming in during the chat. But yeah, man, we done killed it as always. I'm very grateful and ready. You know how much I love you. I appreciate you, man.
I got that crazy cross in my brain right now.
Go
That
ahead.
boxer mixed with the bull terrier.
I
Oh man.
don't even, man. Chat. If you haven't had a chance, look that up. Okay. How do you find that? Do you find it just with just saying that boxer cross with bull terrier that pops up? Okay. Hey, chat. Do yourselves a favor, Dogman engineers. Do yourself a favor. Go type in boxer cross bull terrier cross. Okay, and look at them dogs and tell me that dog don't look like a fucking a super pit bull. Tell me that dog don't look like a super pit. Okay, and you wouldn't even have thought, and I would have never thought. Ready, show me that dog. I would have never thought that was a boxer bull terrier cross. But man, that dog looked amazing. Yeah, that's a dope ass cross.
Yeah.
Honestly. And you say that's damn near like they use that almost like the Dogo, right?
Yep.
Damn it, man. A Brazilian dog, right?
Yeah, Brazil. Yeah.
Damn it, man. Shout out to my brothers and sisters in Brazil. Shout out to Aria and all her crew. They them Brazilians over there cooking up shit and they taking over. So
Hell yeah.
shout out to the Brazilians, thinking outside the box to make the circle. They over there taking over and shit. And that's why I said for us, we are in America, land of the free, home of the brave, man. And we supposed to be the pioneers of every motherfucking thing.
Hell yeah.
You know what? The American people, they're sheeple and shit, man. That you know what I'm saying? That fire to just, come out here and pioneer shit, that shit's dead, man. I think that shit was dead. They came over here and stole the shit from the Indians. You know what I'm saying? That shit was that spirit of the American spirit when they came over here to be pioneers of the West and they stole that shit from the Indians over here in the West too. That shit is dead, man. The Americans back in those days, the frontier type Americans, them niggas is dead, man.
Yep.
What happened to us as frontier men and women of the dogs? That's who we are over here. Ready? Chat. We frontier dogmen. We pioneers. We here to blaze the trail. We pay homage to the ones that's actually doing it. We get inspired by them. We don't hate on them. We get inspired by them. And we go there, we're going to go ahead and pass the torch back to us over here in America when it comes to these dogs. Shit. It's time, y'all. Come on, man. Let's make high performance working dogs great again.
Word.
In America. Shout out to my boys overseas and shit. Europe, all them boys overseas. All y'all overseas. Shout out to y'all. Keep doing y'all thing. We are inspired by you guys. We see you guys and we show you love and respect. So keep it going. We following right behind you. And pretty soon we're going to talk friendly competition type shit. We're going to keep raising the bars together. Who's going to make the best high performance working on? We want to be a part of that. And we salute all y'all for doing that shit. Much love and respect to y'all.
Word. Salute,
man. All right, chat. We are out until next Thursday night, man. We done.
Word. Till next week, y'all.
That's right. Peace.